All right, hopefully that did it. Let's see here. You see and hear me right now, chat? Let me know. Excellent. Beautiful. Thank you, Claire. And Lenina, fried egg. How's everybody doing? Is that Salamander there in the chat? Ms. Drop Bear. Howdy, howdy, Fall Machine, Out of the Potato. What's shaking? Welcome back to Paleontologizing. Welcome back to Eastern Utah. Welcome back to the earliest Cretaceous Cedar Mountain Formation. Welcome back to a live dinosaur dig out here in the desert, sort of near Moab, Utah. It's going to be a fun stream. I'm glad that you're here today. I'll be doing some digging on camera, I think. We've got some mapping going on currently. And Uncle Don is currently away. He came down with a case of uranium fever, I think. So he's out filing a claim in Moab right now. Isn't that right, Nick? So yeah, now he's got to do some paperwork in town, so he'll be coming back pretty soon. So Big E is in charge, and we're digging with the Utah Geological Survey, part of the state government of the state of Utah. This is a public dinosaur dig on public land. All the fossils that we are excavating here are going to the Natural History Museum of Utah in Salt Lake City. Oh, and shoot, where am I managed? My name is Danny Anduza. I'm a dinosaur paleontologist, and I'm here on Twitch trying to do some good old-fashioned science outreach. So for about 8 or 9 months out of the year, I'm usually back home in my office, going over new scientific papers, you know, kind of walking folks through paleontology news, interviewing other paleontologists, doing 3D printing, looking at new videos and stuff like that, and an inside peek into how paleontology really works. I have been studying and digging up dinosaurs since about 2011. That was my first excavation out in eastern Montana. And I've been excavating dinosaurs nearly every summer since then. I think I've only missed 2 different summers because of COVID. Well, now we're here. So, welcome. This is my 5th year working in this particular part of Utah with this crew, and it's been wonderful bringing you along. During the summers, I do field work, and nowadays I can live stream that thanks to the wonders of satellite internet and Twitch.tv. So if it's your very first time, if you have any questions or anything like that, live Q&A is kind of the bread and butter of our streams out here. This is interactive. This is supposed kind of science outreach that isn't stuffy or scripted. It's, you know, it's live, it's interactive, whatever you're curious about. You know, don't be shy. Welcome. And welcome, Mythic Mexican. Good to see you. Kevin661, Crimson Carnotaurus. There you go, Crimson. Yeah, you know the song, I guess. Yeah. Uranium fever. I believe there's a video game connection there, is it not? I'm not going to get it mixed up this time. It's not Half-Life. That's a different video game series that has like nuclear physics themed title. It's Fallout, right? Does that have the uranium fever song in it? Anyway, that's about this area. So we are in the Yellow Cat mining district. The Yellow Cat Road is not too far from us. So this was an area where there was all kinds of uranium mining going on in the, I think, 1950s and 60s here in Utah. And, yeah, that's all around here. There's all kinds of different uranium claims and uranium mines just like less than a mile away from us right here. But lucky for us, this area is not super radioactive. I'll bring out my my dosimeter one of these days and I'll show you. We don't have a lot of radiation in the quarry, but this area is kind of famous for its uranium. Yeah. And Mermaid Mellers, how are you doing? What are you guys looking for? Anything specifically? We are. Yeah. How do you know how to dig at this location? That's probably the most common question I get out here. I'll walk you through real quick. Here's our quarry. This particular spot, this hole in the ground, is called Jim's place. And you'll be meeting Jim tomorrow, hopefully. He should be arriving tomorrow. That's Jim Kirkland, the state paleontologist for the state of Utah. This is a site that they opened up around 2006 or 7. And they worked it until about 2010. And then moved to some other spots. We were working over there for the past 4 years at Ethan's Wash. Anyway, this is the earliest Cretaceous Cedar Mountain Formation. So this is about halfway through the age of dinosaurs, and it's right after a big extinction event where a bunch of dinosaur groups disappear from North America. So what we're looking at here is a spot where we've got new dinosaurs who have shown up, and we're trying to figure out what's going on here. What's the story? So any fossil bones that we can find in here, or any good plant material, or anything else, really, we will collect. The critter that we've been finding the most of, both here and at the other site, is a critter called an iguanodont. So that's an animal that would have looked a lot like this. Let me get out the book. If you want to know more about this kind of thing, this book is a superb way to get started. This is my field copy. Krista signed it for me. Some of us are in this book, including me. Here, Utah at the dawn of the Cretaceous. There's Utahraptor there, iguanodont dinosaur. This is the kind of critter that we're finding bones of here, all over the place. We think we've got at least one, if not more, new species of this animal, of this kind of dinosaur. And that is primarily what we're in search of here, but we'll take whatever we can get. This is a nice kind of illustration of what this environment was like about 142 million years ago. A low-lying, swampy environment, as we see evidenced in the rocks. We've got iguanodonts walking around back there, browsing on ferns and stuff. We've got a dead ankylosaur being snacked on by some crocs. We've got some dromaeosaurs. Those are Yurgavuchia. That animal, the first one was found right over there, just over this way. And then we have Mierosaurus, a big long-necked plant-eating dinosaur stuck in the mud right there. And that critter comes from right over there. So we've got several brand new species of dinosaur just from this little spot, like less than 100 meters away from us. We've got 2 new kinds of dinosaur from the past couple decades that were described in the past couple of decades from here. This site was originally discovered by Jim and Don and Scott Madsen and a few other folks. Actually, may have been just them to start with. But they came out here on a little exploratory mission with the Utah Geological Survey. And they were walking around looking for bones and just started finding stuff. This whole valley floor is just littered with fragments of dinosaur bone and the bones of crocs and other critters. You could have 100 crews like ours digging here, and you still wouldn't find everything in, I don't know how long you could dig. It could be decades. We still wouldn't find everything. It's an incredibly rich spot. Yeah. And you'll see here, Ethan and the guys are setting up this grid system because as we find these fossil bones, we have to map them. We take very careful note of where they are, and that helps us to be able to interpret this site, figure out whether 2 bones might be from the same individual animal, what was the direction of flow, if there was flowing water, all kinds of stuff like that. This is kind of standard procedure for field paleontology. So yeah, hope that makes sense. We'll be going into more detail about that later as the days go on. Profit-minded young boy. And there you go, Crimson. Yeah. Picking up the long game. Thinking about playing in and welcome, Zool. What's shaking? Good to have you here. Yeah. And I can't believe Danny just 6'7". Oh no, did I do that, Spencer? Oh my gosh, Danny. I wasn't trying to. I said 2006 or 7, I guess. Oh my god. Anyway, Spencer says hi. Ethan's Spencer. Yeah. We miss you, Spencer. Wish you could be out here, but we know you're...
Spencer?
Yeah. Yeah. Spencer, Shoot, what's Spencer?
Achoo!
There you go.
Spencer Mayhew.
Right, yeah. How did I forget your... You've got the same surname as the Chewbacca guy, right? Yeah. Anyway, good to see you, Spencer. We know you're over in Scotland getting your master's degree right now, but we wish you were here. So.
I miss you, Spencer.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah. Anywho. Vento Norte, hello to you. Mermaid Mellors, thank you. I will stay hydrated. I drank a bunch of water earlier, right before I started the stream. And here's Nick doing the same thing. That's a cool Moab Rock Shop sticker you got there. Look at that.
The new one.
The famous Moab Rock Shop. I like there's feathers on the Utah Raptor now.
There is now, yeah.
Yeah, lovely. I gotta get one of those. The new stickers are better than the old ones. The Moab Rock Shop is an interesting place. We can have Jim tell the story when he gets here tomorrow or the day after. But long story short, there were some fragments of dinosaur bone there on display in that rock shop in Moab, Utah. And Jim was there and he's like, oh, this is really interesting and special. And these don't look like they're from the Morrison Formation. Where did these come from? And so following a lead from that, he went out and discovered Utah Raptor. And then Gastonia, too. Two well-known dinosaurs from this formation. So, yeah. Although the rocks that we're digging in here are older than Utah Raptor or Gastonia. That's the upper yellowcat member of the Cedar Mountain Formation. We're in the lower. The point is, this stuff is older. It's from just after this bad extinction event at the end of the Jurassic, when a bunch of dinosaur groups disappear. Yeah. Guys, we got a vehicle coming over. White one. Huh. One.
Not Dawn?
No, I don't think it's Dawn. That would be really fast if it was Dawn. It maybe a little Nissan Xterra or something. I just caught a glimpse of it. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. There's a little road that runs right here by the quarry, and occasionally, every once in a blue moon, we'll have some people drive through who are just like out on a drive or rock hounding or something, but for the most part, this is a really, really remote place. If anybody's here in this valley, it's because they're associated with us. We are expecting a bunch of people showing up before too long. I wonder if that's one of them. Anywho. Oh boy, Crimson. Yeah. And maybe it's the BLM with popsicles again. It could be. I mean, the BLM does use white vehicles. It's like that'd be a fleet vehicle. So yeah, maybe we're gonna get a visit from the Bureau of Land Management, which would be neat. We are working on BLM land under permit, and yeah, we're proud to be able to do that. Like I was talking about yesterday, being stewards of the land here. Let's go walk back a little bit and see if I can see a bit better. Walk uphill just a touch. Got a better vantage point over here. Huh. Let's see. Huh. Yeah, here it comes. The vehicle over there. It is an Xterra. Well, well, well. Wonder who that could be. That wouldn't be, oh goodness. Why can I never remember people's names?
Sometimes I'm really sensitive and really
We'll see. There might be some friends of ours from Lori's site. Yeah.
You are talking to yourself.
And how much red tape is involved in getting a permit from the BLM? Well, we use pink tape here to now I know what you're saying. There's not a whole lot of red tape. I mean, we work with the Utah Geological Survey, so that's organization. And Jim and Don are the official state paleontologists for Utah. When they apply for permits, you know, we're an established group. It's not really any trouble. The BLM's always been very good to us here. And they trust us because, you know, we know what we're doing. But, yeah. Oh, I wonder if that's Jeff and Alyssa over there. Oh, a vehicle's heading the other direction. So presumably that's not Jeff and Alyssa.
I forgot how he got onto it, but...
Interesting.
Did we
And
me and my friend just made fun of them for that. What these are measured as?
yeah, and now they're leaving the valley. Interesting.
So dramatic.
We may have just had some folks like driving through for fun, and then they just turned around. That would be weird. That doesn't normally happen here. And this is government land, yes. So this is BLM land, Bureau of Land Management, federal land here. So this land belongs to we, the people of the United States. And you have to apply for special permits to be able to do things like excavate fossils on land like this. So that's what we've got here. And we had a question from Chloe, who wants to know, who do you call if you find bones on your property? That's a good question. It depends where you're at. If you're here in the United States, if it's private property, well, under U.S. law, anything found on private property belongs to the private landowner. But I would encourage you, if you do happen to find what seem like some interesting bones, take a picture of them, take like GPS coordinates, or at least some way to be able to find where the stuff is, leave it there in place, and then send an email to your nearest paleontologist. Maybe there's a museum nearby or a state geological survey. They will have people there who can direct you to whoever you need to talk to about that. So that's part of Jim and Don's job here as the state paleontologists of Utah, as they follow up on stuff like this. If somebody finds what they think might be an interesting fossil, something that might be scientifically important, they will send an email to Jim or Don or call them up. And it always helps to have good photographs and then like an exact record of where that is. So like GPS coordinates are ideal. And with modern smartphones, it's really easy to do GPS coordinates. Yeah, and if it seems like it might be something really cool, then they might follow up and maybe even do an excavation. There have been multiple dinosaurs in Utah that have been named after people who are just members of the public who first found these things. So you never know. You report a cool fossil there in the ground to your local paleontologist. The dinosaur named after you, you know?
You know how many things
So yeah, great question, Chloe. I appreciate you asking that.
absolutely zero.
Anywho, yeah. And I would call Danny Ciselli bunnies. There you go. Although, I don't know. I can't be everywhere, and I certainly don't know everything. There will be people in your local area who will know the rocks really well. They'll know the strata. They'll know which fossils are expected in certain areas. They might be able to tell you which geological formation you're in just based on the coordinates or based on what the rock looks like. I don't have that kind of knowledge base for the entire U.S. or even really for my home state of California. So there are other people, it's their job to be able to know these things and to follow up on them, and yeah. So I'd recommend reaching out to your local paleontologists, even if just to get to know them, you know? Yeah. Shoot, that's what Jameson did over there. And now he was just emailing Jim Kirkland for some advice on, like, how do you become a paleontologist? And that resulted with him working with our crew now. He's in high school right now, and he's out here with us on a dinosaur dig. So you never know what might happen when you reach out to the right people. Yeah. And Murph says, in the U.S., is it the landowner or the mineral rights owner? So there have been big court cases about this, Murph. Like the big case with Sue the T-Rex back in the 90s. It is the landowner who owns the fossils. Landowner. We could get into a philosophical discussion about whether a mortal person could actually own the land. You know? This feels like a song out of Pocahontas or something like that, a Disney cartoon. But that aside, legally speaking, it usually is the landowner who owns the fossils. They're considered land, I guess, and not minerals. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Nor am I a legislator. But yeah. And you would hope they did the right thing and donated them to science? Well, it doesn't always happen. Yeah. I'm not eager to get into a big conversation right now or a big monologue about private ownership of fossils and dinosaur auctions and all of that. But yeah. Anyhow, let me go talk to Boss Man. It looks like that vehicle may have stopped over there. But that reminds me of, it looks kind of like Jeff and Alyssa's Nissan Xterra.
Okay, turns out you're actually better.
Ethan, do you know if we're expecting Jeff and Alyssa to show up at any point? You don't know?
It's coming through this weekend.
Coming through this weekend?
I think it's Friday.
Oh, okay.
Or this weekend.
Well, that might be them there, because that looks like their car.
Oh, okay.
They have a Nissan Xterra.
Could be Jeff.
What's that?
Is that also one?
Yeah. Yeah. But I didn't get a good look at it. They came up here and then they just turned around. And it looks like they're now maybe setting up a tent or something way over there. So, yeah, you might want to go a little bit further up, where higher elevation, and then take a look. If you've got your binoculars.
Unfortunately.
I didn't bring mine either. They're back in my tent.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Exact. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you that's them. That'd be cool.
That way, right?
Yeah. So like just behind that little ridge there. Yeah, yeah. Looks like the rear hatch is open on the left side. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool if that's Jeff and Alyssa. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're pretty.
But man, is it going to be busy here this weekend. Holy cow. Fisher gets here tomorrow, Jim gets here tomorrow, Ed Simpson gets here tomorrow, and then we've got a professor and 25 students showing up, and probably some other people too. I think Kai gets here tonight.
Should be.
Yeah, so... Oh boy, there's going to be a lot of people here. Tomorrow's stream might be a little chaotic, but that's how these things go. Yeah. And I like that, Crimson. I like that joke. That's funny. Chloe says, what is the most difficult or challenging part of excavating a fossil? That's a good question. Shoot. Depends where you're at. In some places, the most difficult part will be like just getting to the site, because there are some sites that you can't drive to if they're in like a wilderness area, so you might have to hike in or ride in on horseback or something like that. It could be dozens of miles. I know crews that have been helicoptered into certain areas, and like, you know, they're just there for the interim, and yeah, so sometimes just logistics are sometimes the challenges are like the weather. Like you just get thunderstorms that come out of nowhere, or extreme heat, or strong winds, things like that. We got all those here. But at this site, the most difficult thing is probably just maybe like identifying the bone as it shows up, because it can be pretty tricky sometimes. This is not an easy site to work. I don't know, let's ask the opinion of some crew members.
I'd say the hardest part is finding a position to stay comfortable in.
Yeah. Just not being too uncomfortable on the ground.
Exactly.
Which is why we've got these pillows here, but those are...
It's pretty paper thin.
Yeah.
That thin.
Yeah, that pillow's probably spent 20 years out here in the field.
Yeah.
And it certainly looks like it. Is there a date on there?
2013.
2013, all right. So only 13 years.
Well, October. It says 1013. I don't know if it's a year.
Oh,
or what? But, yeah,
Okay.
it's been a while.
Yeah, I don't know. Laura, what do you think is one of the more difficult things about working at this site in particular?
I mean, especially with the rain coming, like the bones are already not the easiest to spot here. And
Yeah.
the last days of every day, it's like, this is pretty dried off,
Yeah.
but it's all like, muddy and this color. Then trying to see the bone, be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this
so
a
the
muddy
difference between
pebble?
that and this?
Uh-huh. So you got a bone right there.
Vertebra.
Thank you, Crystal. Yeah.
Oh, another.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Lovely.
Whoa.
Stuff is here.
I want to see.
Little centrum there. Nice. Doesn't look like much, but it's bone. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you want to compare it to this little bit of pebble.
Yeah.
And the color difference and like seeing.
Oh, some bone pebble right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
Yep.
If you compare these two and you're like, yeah, I want I want to get the right one.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, so this is bone right here. Yeah, it's not super obvious at this site. And the bone is often not super well preserved, so it can crumble really easily.
Yeah, there's the crumbly bit from yesterday.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
So, yeah. It's dry, it's this color, and if it's even that's not a brilliantly obvious thing through the rock.
So it can definitely get tricky.
Yeah, I'd say that's the hardest thing, but
Yeah.
there's lots of very good things too.
Right.
So,
We are lucky to be here for sure.
exactly.
Don't think we're complaining. But this is a fairly technical site. It's not like... There's a lot of spots in the Hell Creek where like the bone is just this beautiful chocolate brown color and it just stands out from the surrounding rock and it's really well preserved.
Yeah.
It's not like that here. So, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Black
I mean, that's the thing.
Oh, in the Morrison?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
It's
like
like,
jet
oh,
black.
nice, cool.
Yeah. And it's usually really solid, like
Yes.
stronger than the surrounding matrix.
It's like looking
Yeah.
for meg teeth. When you find meg teeth, it's like a shape that you look for, and then
Uh-huh.
when you pick it up, it's black.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And to find bone, you just go pick up black things. You'll wind up with whale bones and
Uh-huh.
all kinds of... I have found a dugong phalange. That was
Oh,
really
cool, yeah.
interesting.
Uh-huh. Nice. This is down in Georgia?
Florida. Venice,
Florida, oh,
Venice,
okay.
Florida is my usual go-to, but
Nice,
there's some,
okay.
there are a handful of places over there.
Yeah, cool.
Just identifying it here, it's like,
Yeah.
this is my 16th possible bone.
Yeah.
That will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, these do not stand out like that.
Zerudo says, find any tablets? We've got some back in camp, but I think they're charging right now.
Yeah, we should get another row and then we should keep going. Yep. This one's mappable though. Yes. You're sitting on my
Nice.
bone. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. Then I got another one right here. Oh, that one's... It's decent, right?
Neat.
Yeah, it just seems like a good bone. I don't know. Little riblet.
Nice.
We should get another...
Right down there in the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's more the level that I was expecting to find things in. So that makes a lot of sense. Good to know, yeah.
Flat.
All right.
And then here's another burn. Right there.
Neither beer. Nice.
See my tippy toe?
Yeah.
Beep, boop. And then we need another row coming from Chemo's right foot.
Cool. I might as well set the camera down and start digging.
Right here.
And Zul says, are the bones or fossils always a certain shade of color upon discovery? Always, example, always charcoal black? No, definitely not. That can vary. Here it tends to be kind of a grayish brown. Again, when we get more bones, I can just show you. But right now, it's a little tricky.
The first one you found there?
So here's some bone right here. This is kind of a chalky white. That's not right there. Another bone right there. Looks like a rib. Right here. So it's not the easiest to identify. But yeah, and you'll have different factors that lead to different colors for bone and stuff like that. There's always a zillion variables with field work, you know? The only constant is that things aren't constant. So that's how it goes in field science. And thank you, Chloe, for being here. Good luck at work today. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yes.
Yeah. And Murph says, are the bones more susceptible to erosion, being in a valley? that can't drain as well as if it's on a hill. So on hills, you do get a lot of erosion just because you can get water and snow and stuff like that kind of going downward. Hillsides can kind of crumble and stuff. Here, I think things might erode a bit more slowly, given that they're not on a steep slope. But you got to watch out for water pooling. And we've been getting rainstorms every night here, pretty much. And
Yeah, Don is so like confident when he's.
yeah, you just got to make sure that you've got good drainage in your quarry so that stuff you don't get a lake forming, you know? So here we've got a big old drainage ditch dug into the middle of the quarry. Starts right here, and that continues along. And notice how this is much more muddy. I wasn't here to open up the site this morning. I had to go help Ethan set up Jim's tent for when Jim gets here. But Krista, when you first got to the quarry this morning, was this just all filled with water?
Yeah,
The drainage
pretty
ditch?
much.
Yeah. Yeah, shoot.
Now we had to dig part of it out because we're not plumbers.
Yeah.
So our ditch wasn't draining well.
Yeah. It happens.
We were first like filling scoops to fill the buckets with water,
Uh-huh.
and then Marcello got the like big
Oh, the pump thing, yeah. Nice.
for some of the holes. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, there was a lot of water.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Well, good job. And
We've made a bit more of a hole here.
the fact that I had to ask means that you did a good job. Yeah. Nice.
I'd be sitting in a lake right now.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a nice basin there.
Yeah.
Jameson's bathtub.
Oh, that's why they call it Ethan's bathtub.
Yeah. I mean, you saw that all filled with water over there, right?
I
Did Don take you over there yesterday?
Oh, that's where that was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, you're right.
Marcello cam.
Ooh, Mac? I think so.
More.
Hell yeah. I love the cam. I love the cam and the glam.
There we go. Yeah.
This is pretty level, which is chill. Right here.
And like every nice smooth thing I find, it's like,
Thing is,
make this
I'm trying to
easier.
take
Yeah, I think you
down
want to
the
work
three
closer
times
to yourself. That
because
cliff,
that
get rid of that fill.
are holes.
Okay.
Like once you
And
clean
the
that
one
up,
thing
adjust
is
the camera here.
yeah.
You know, imagine if there was a bone
Wow,
there, you
there
wouldn't
we
be
go.
able to see it well.
I definitely have to get it put down now.
And plus, like, we have a nice wall there. That could be
And
the
Rebel
a good-
Decibel.
That's like a good part of it.
Place
But
in
we
the
gotta
EU. It
push
turns
this
out
back and
Switzerland is a
start
gem
working
for
low.
dinosaurs from one period. I haven't really dinosaurs.
going.
I want to say they have good Triassic rocks in Switzerland. But-
The Alps.
Yeah, but I don't think it's well known for its dinosaur fossils. You might get like Plateosaurus or something nearby. I wouldn't be surprised if you're thinking of some other kind of fossil critter. If there's like ichthyosaurs or
Some
something
fossils
from
do look chocolate.
from Switzerland.
That one's a type 2 as well.
But yeah.
So that means this should be that one.
Anyhow.
Yeah. And then yours should be 5. One.
I wonder.
Yeah,
now I'm thinking.
that's 5'2", then yeah.
I think it's like Triassic and early Jurassic fossils there.
Anyhow.
This row is 5'2".
Do we use a lot of aloe vera? I didn't bring any aloe vera with me, freelancer.
I have a bottle.
You got some? Yeah. If you get sunburned.
Yeah.
Well, you've been really careful about the sun, it seems like, for the most part.
I'm trying to be super careful.
Yeah.
Today I'm probably waxing up a lot though. No hat, no neck guard.
I mean, you were walking out this morning, though. You looked like you're straight out of Dune, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and your first day you wore like that long sleeve shirt, the pants, the.
I'll probably go long sleeve again after today because these clothes are thoroughly sweaty and
I haven't worn a single one of my hoodies yet.
Also, then you have to put on that sun cream.
Exactly.
Yeah.
that's chill.
That's what it's called in the UK, yeah. Sun cream, yeah.
I don't like it.
I mean,
Sun juice.
I feel like it makes more sense literally than sunscreen.
You're right.
Sun cream? Like, it is a cream that you apply.
It's a
Yeah, but
cream.
it
but-
screens you. It screens the sun from you.
That's true,
Like, you
yeah.
use the sun.
That's how we use it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Here I'm trying to defend
like we do
English,
stuff to
English.
make
Never
sense.
defend
Yeah.
the British.
How could
Never
we?
defend the British. They can handle
We
it.
fought a war, you know,
Arguing against you for the Americans, I don't.
and then we fought 2 other wars
Sometimes things are actually better. Maybe not a lot.
to save them from the Germans.
Okay, we can just
We'll take
swap.
our wins where we can get them.
Well, actually, World War One. We're not going to get into that right now.
I think they just
Well, I have a general question.
We were like, we gotta get our money.
Well, I have a general question.
Somehow, we gotta make
Do
sure.
We don't have a lot of
people
great things.
in
What was that?
the UK eat beans?
We'll take our wins where we can get them.
Or no?
Probably less than in the US.
Anyway, and thank you.
Well,
We'll take it.
it's like a huge
Joe
stereotype
G?
that people, like English people, eat
For the 5 months of
beans
support, I really
every
appreciate
single
that.
meal.
Thank you kindly.
That's
All right, let's get to digging here.
Like, because of the like Mexican and Central American influence in the US, there's probably a lot more beans in meals in the US. The only
It's true.
beans that are
Yeah.
like there's like fresh beans, like green beans in vegetable things, a good amount.
Like baked beans.
And like baked beans are very popular with like a full cooked breakfast. Yeah, there's beans on toast, but it's not like cheap.
I had a question the other day, Nick, that I don't think I got to ask you. It was kind of like a round robin thing. What do you think is the most underrated dinosaur?
So it's beans on toast and bacon and
Underrated?
Eggs
Yeah.
and
One that you think should get more attention. It's cool, it's scientifically important, it's...
potatoes, breakfast potatoes.
I know you're not really a dinosaur guy. but-
Tarchia?
Okay, and Kylosaur?
But like with everything,
Nice.
it's definitely
I think the
not
coolest
much more.
skull.
Yeah,
And then-
it is really cool
Probably-
looking.
I didn't know about it until
For
I
the
asked you about it,
general-
honestly.
Oh, really?
Top
Probably
potatoes
talk your ears
are
off
the
about
most common,
Tarchia.
like,
But
carbohydrate
yeah, it's one of the coolest looking skulls I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is really neat. Here, let me see if I can show you,
Zula's
chat.
pretty dope too.
Yeah, Zula's awesome.
What's crazy?
Tarchia is. Oh yeah.
No.
Nice. I mean, I think if you're working outdoors or
Minotaurs
working
are-
somewhere where you need like do like
Oh.
manual labor, then it's a lot more common.
Got this one escaping.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh no,
Like,
Arnar.
in the UK, people
Against my will, I've
with
become a
that kind
dinosaur.
of job definitely
Yeah.
listens a lot.
Against
And
my better
bake-
judgment,
like,
actually.
tiny baked
Yeah, what a cool looking skull.
popular
Holy cow.
export very easily.
And there's the one from Gaston Designs. Shoot. I think Henry and Maisie are headed there right now.
I think goes there.
So it makes
But yeah, Tarchia. Really cool looking skull. So, nostrils in front should be fairly obvious. There's the eye in the back. Got these horns on the back of the skull. Big armored dinosaur.
Sounds fantastic, actually.
sounds very nice.
Thank you.
So that's that would not be very common in the UK. Whereas having like baked beans and toast would be a common breakfast thing.
Yeah, what a neat animal.
I have it.
You're going to be hearing a lot about ankylosaurs when Jim gets
That's what
here.
I'm saying.
I have like 2 of those.
It's
on a
super
black
cool.
coffee, and it's like-
Yeah.
It's no love.
It's an awesome critter.
Colombia. Creature.
Nice.
I didn't eat that in Colombia.
I mean, I guess for the stereotype, people like
A fascinating organism.
products like Heinz baked beans that people do
Yeah.
love and have just, like,
Anywho, we've got some critters like that from... We should be finding some elements from them right here in the quarry. From critters not too distinct from, like, Gastonia. Here.
I was just trying to figure out.
Can you
Gastonia.
make this bush less
I don't know why I'm
sad?
like one for you, one for you.
There we go. There's a decent Gastonia.
Trips to get up.
I don't eat that.
Yeah. So that critter is one of the ones that Jim named. From the Cedar Mountain Formation, we have some ankylosaurs from here, which,
Fry an egg.
you know, one of them could potentially be the ancestor of Gastonia. Would not be the strangest thing to happen.
You say Gastonia 3 times.
champion. Sometimes I do Canadian bacon.
Move
that,
the
like,
nail over
Pork,
here.
whatever.
It's kind of
Really
just
don't
like
know
big
what
slices
it
of
is,
ham.
but
Anyway, let's get to digging.
certainly doesn't look like it's where it's
Then I just
supposed
cook
to
it like it's bacon, put
Give me
chili
1 second,
powder
I'll
on
come
it.
look at it.
And yeah. So breakfast is great
be.
sometimes.
Especially since it's tagged and it's in the rubble pile.
Rubble trouble.
What happened?
Could you point it out to me from here?
Good thing
And
that
Murph
it's
wants to know,
not
have
there.
any ankylosaur
It's
young been
tagged
found?
also,
They have
just
been,
so
yeah.
you know.
I think they already have their full complement of armor at the beginning, or close to it. All those osteoderms.
55 East, 33 North.
That would make sense. Wait, 35 north.
Yeah.
Oh.
Show it to Ethan.
55 34
34
north is here, so one over from here on this line. Or this line. But one of these two lines, one over.
Yeah.
33 north. 55 east, 33 north. That's what I said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is 55 east, 34.
4 north. That's 55 east.
Like I say, either way, it's in the rubble.
Do I need to move
pile.
my
It's
stuff there,
not-
Kimo? Is it in your way?
Put one
Okay.
there.
So
Wanna make
is it
sure.
right
Would you
here?
like me to empty
Is it
that?
right where you're saying?
Sure.
Yeah, well,
Thank you very much.
that says 30.
And ours, Animus says born with a full set of armor. I don't want to say full set of armor because I'm not totally sure about that.
This is 30.
But I think
Yeah.
yeah, I think young ankylosaurs
Okay.
do probably have
Because
most
that's
of their
36,
osteoderms to
35,
start
34,
with.
33 is right here.
Yeah.
I don't think that's something that
Wasn't that a whole argument with Saltosaurus?
with Stegosaurus
Yeah,
for sure.
I think it's been walked
But yeah.
down,
Like, did they have plates when they're young, or do they develop them later?
like, here. At the
I
end.
think the consensus now is that they have like little nubbins that grow
Yeah.
They'll have to remeasure for it. though.
as they mature.
Yeah.
Is there a hand over
I
there?
thought Sophie was a big part of proving that too, right?
I'm not sure.
Might be a different specimen.
Danny, is this your bucket?
Yes.
You want me to empty it?
I'm good for now, but thank you. Appreciate it. I've been filling it very slowly.
Like just the angle.
I mean, did you want to empty it? I'll let you. I'm not gonna fight you for it. Or anything. Oh, okay.
So which one was mine?
To be parallel with my tape. Which is
Maybe this was Marcello's? I don't know.
There's the 4 meter.
Oh, that's
No,
okay.
All good.
So this far? That one? That's gotta be closer to the tape. Perfect at 3 meters.
And Freelancer says, when dinosaurs evolved feathers, did they have to molt? Did the beaks on birds evolve to deal with that molting? No.
We can really easily measure it, though, because we know where it goes.
It's funny because bird beaks seem to have evolved multiple times in different groups of birds.
Put a single stake. Like measure it like 20 meters away from that. And then
There's a neat idea that I've heard recently that bird beaks,
that way
like
these aren't like.
having a beak as opposed to a mouthful of teeth, was advantageous to birds, not necessarily because it's lighter weight for flying or better for processing food or anything,
It's all gonna happen.
but it helps them develop faster, like when the embryo is growing inside the egg. So like the less time that you can spend as a helpless embryo developing in an egg, the more likely you are to be able to survive. So by skipping some of those steps, like evolving complex or developing complex things like teeth, if you can skip that, cut that corner,
Well, I've got one right.
then you can hatch faster and you're more likely to actually make it into adulthood and pass on your genes. That seems to be the idea that is
Right?
becoming the consensus from what I understand.
That whole is where it goes
But
anyway.
I'm not a bird specialist, so
Yes, I'm just like making sure.
this is just what I've heard. Yeah. And Kento Arcade, baby stegosaurs in their stomach. No, I haven't heard about that. No.
What's the easy?
We're missing one right here.
55. 55 for the ones we're working on.
Oh.
D1.
And Murph. Yeah, that's the weird thing about Liaoningosaurus. I've worked on that critter, Murph. Not on the fossils, but like literature-based work on them. I need to publish that with Jim at some point.
Here's the thing.
But there's a little tiny armored dinosaur from China called Liaoningosaurus. It's a little tiny ankylosaur, and nobody seems to be sure whether it's small because it's a little baby or small because it's just a small animal, and those are the adults. But the weird thing is,
Do you want this?
there's evidence that it was aquatic and was like swimming around in the water, maybe feeding on water plants. It's been claimed that it was eating fish because fish were found in its ribcage. But yeah, do you know about Liaoningosaurus?
Never heard
This
of it.
really weird tiny ankylosaur from China,
Yeah.
and it's reconstructed. It looks kind of like a turtle sometimes.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, yeah, it swam underwater and it ate fish and it looks like a little snapping turtle. But I suspect it might be a juvenile of like a larger species.
Okay.
But yeah, whatever it is, it's weird and cool, and it already has armor even when it's really small. So if it is a baby, then they do already have those osteoderms, even at a very early stage of life. So, if that answers your question.
We might have a juvenile Gastonia at Laurie's site.
Right, there's some pretty small elements there, right?
Yeah. So it'd be nice to find more of it and be able to say confidently that Gastonia hard armor is a juvenile too.
I know there's a bunch of baby, is it Pinacosaurus, I think, that were found together in a big group. I bet you they have armor too.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know why I didn't mention that first. That cuts right to the heart of the question.
Sometimes we just gotta talk it through.
Yeah.
So those are all good examples. Yeah, Stegosaurus probably, Stegosaurus, Ankylosaurus definitely probably did start off armor. Even Scutellosaurus, I don't know if they have juveniles, but early on in the evolution, you know.
I wonder if the specimen that they have is a juvenile.
Yeah, it
You know?
might be.
I don't think anybody's ever done histo on it, so like, was that thing still growing or was it an adult? I don't know if we know.
It's funny, yeah, to think about how early armor starts ontogenetically for different animals. Because like I bet horned toads, I wonder if horned toads start with their armor.
I'm not sure.
Turtles start with their shell, but that is pretty different.
Yeah, and it starts off really flexible. If I remember correctly. I know leatherbacks are like curled up inside their egg. I think other sea turtles are, and I think other turtles in general, they're kind of folded over like a little taco. And then after they hatch, they unfold, and then their shell actually starts to rigidify, yeah.
Or how about crocodilians? They have osteoderm.
I think they do when they hatch, yeah.
And then it just grows.
But I don't know if they have the full complement. Like maybe there's certain small ones that they only develop later on or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like I don't know if every osteoderm is present when they're born. Yeah.
Because when you're down there, you're concentrating on the small area at a time. So you really
Oh, and Murph says about... This is about Scutellosaurus, maybe? I saw someone... Interesting. That would make sense. Oh, no, if you're talking about Leon... Yeah, those critters were not full-grown. There's another ankylosaur from the same formation called Chongqi-long, I think? Or Chongqiao-long? And I wonder whether Liaoningosaurus and that bigger ankylosaur are the same animal.
Tags, ribbon,
Do you think they're...
clipboard with all the rest.
Well, nothing, sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Okay, I
I
got
was
one.
facing down too much. I was going to say in two different ways. Do you think there... I was like, do you think it's a young and an adult, or an adult and a young?
Yes.
Laura, do you have that foldable tape?
Well,
Yeah, I
imagine
just put it on top of that
if
bucket.
the adults are herbivorous and the young were like...
Yeah, just gotta eat whatever. That wouldn't be too
Yeah.
strange. I feel like there's
Or like,
gotta be examples in the modern about, with critters who do that.
I think so. I think
Like
they're
the adults are
definitely-
obligate herbivores and the babies just kind of eat whatever.
Mm-hmm. Or like the young were more aquatic, and then
Yeah.
as they got bigger,
Yeah.
and they became
Yeah.
terrestrial. That'd be cool.
Come on, man. Did you guys have Dora? You didn't have Dora, did you?
Do we have what?
Dora the Explorer.
Yes.
He's a map.
Oh. I was, it came out when I was too old for it. But I'm like, I know Dora. I know she's
I can't do that.
What is that critter's
But
name?
still,
I know about the Chungkingosaurus.
Oh yeah, it's a stegosaur, right?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. There's also Chinkankausaurus, which I think was supposed to be a theropod, and it's probably a nomen dubium now.
And
We're like,
Mamenchisaurus
The Menchosaurus
Yeah.
is a good one.
and the Sinosauropteryx.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sinoraptor.
Sinosauropteryx.
Sinosauropteryx.
I'm just flexing my Jurassic World evolution knowledge.
I'm glad that you've been learning stuff from that. I just got an email from the developers yesterday.
Oh, whoa.
What were they saying? There's like another DLC coming out, and they wanted to give me like a special code so I could play it on stream, and I'm like, sorry, I'm out digging dinosaurs right now.
Give it to me.
But I don't think I'm supposed to talk about it.
Oh, oops. Shoot.
Insider scoop.
Insider scoop. You can play as Danny though. You have a Danny skin. That would be sick.
They're gonna watch the stream and like deny all access. You know.
Oh, man, I can't get Gmail to work right now.
Leaked on stream. It would be cool if there was like a Jurassic Park game where you could play as a paleontologist and run around, but then they had downloadable skins of like real paleontologists.
Like Danny.
But you know, Jim Kirkland was in a video game.
What?
Yeah.
Which one?
It's called, I think it's called Devil's Canyon Adventure. Yeah.
That sounds sick.
I've been trying to find, like, somewhere I can get the footage from that so I can make, but
that's so cool.
it shows him like drive up in a Jeep Grand Cherokee or Ford Bronco or something, and he gets out and he goes, "Oh, I'm Jim Kirkland. Let's go look for dinosaurs."
What?
And it's actually him. It's like one of those games where they have like video footage in it, so it's not like you know, it's not like graphics. It's just they have like little film snippets in it, and then you get into the actual game.
Okay, that's cool.
That
Yeah.
sounds incredible.
I think it's a pretty obscure game.
This guy's pretty popular then.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
Oh, Jim is a living legend for sure.
Regular team game. I don't think they started it yet.
I have to get a picture with this guy.
You didn't meet him yet?
No.
Ladina says, "I want to see Papa Jim do motion capture."
I got a picture for you.
We need a big budget like Jurassic World game with Jim, and yeah,
All of us.
and then he gets $1 million worth of funding out of the deal.
Ooh, there we go.
No, there's nothing.
Oh my god, my legs hurt so much.
Let me see if I can find it on YouTube. There was one where somebody did like a Let's Play or something, and they narrated over the whole thing, and it was
It's incredible.
Legendary. Absolutely legendary.
kind of annoying.
Oh my gosh. I feel so old. My legs and my ankles.
Interesting.
Look at this picture. Best picture ever.
I have almost the same.
Yeah, there it is at the top.
What? You do? You sent it to me.
Oh, you're not in it.
Oh. Then I don't want it.
But it is last year Jim smoking cigars with us.
Well, I guess I'll take it anyway. You want to send it to me too?
I don't think I have one with a.
With Dawn too.
No, I don't have one with.
Yeah, here it is.
I don't want with me looking sick like that with Jim and Don.
Somebody narrating it, but it's. I don't want your commentary. We might have to go forward a little bit. Where's Jim? Let's see.
I mean, 5 meters.
Is that him?
No, that's not Jim. Where is he?
I'm so anxious. This is
There he is.
This is exhilarating.
There you are. We've been waiting for you. I'm Dr. Jim Kirkland, paleontologist for the Dionysian Ancestral Society. Hi, Kirkland. For a living.
I could do without the narration. It's annoying.
Great.
Anyway, let me.
Oh, that's cool.
That one is also amazing. 7M? Not bad.
Should I move this out of the way?
That's another thing a lot
That'd
of
be incredible.
Yeah, let me do that.
Gen Z and Alpha do. Watch like video games with people talking.
It's
over
not that
video.
bad for being 21
I can't
feet away.
watch that.
I
don't watch YouTube anymore. I watch it when I'm eating dinner.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Other than that,
not gonna
I
get
rarely
argued
watch YouTube.
Well, YouTube, sure, but just video games.
get this.
Watching someone play a video game and talk over it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be.
Impeding the mapping.
You can't. Like somebody either watching the video game or listening.
Here, let me show you that. Show that to you real quick, chat. Because I know you wanted to see. Give me just a second here.
Have you ever heard of Pac-Man? Have I heard of Pac-Man? Yes, I have. How young do you think I am?
Have you heard of Tetris?
Have you heard of Tetris? No, it doesn't ring a bell.
What about Snake?
Okay, so it's
I heard the guy that Pac-Man was based on just died recently.
Like the animal?
Yeah.
He was huge.
Yeah, I've heard of Snake.
I'm kidding. That's not a real no.
I believe you.
too soon, Danny.
Let me go this way.
All right. But speaking of video game characters,
Because that was like 1970.
that's it. Yeah. Here's Jim right here.
Like 2010 and 1970.
Pac-Man came out in 1970.
Yeah, it's like still around. It's like still around.
Think of hands.
No, come on.
Please, one. Oh, I gotta dig for fossils.
Again, I could do without this narration. It's really annoying. You don't need commentary from.
Okay. Yes, uploading it to the internet. I want to share this to the internet. Stupid.
Wow. Just like what you find funny.
Oh, thanks for including him getting out his dang car. There you are. We've been waiting for you.
Yeah.
I'm
Says
Dr.
no
Jim
was
Kirkland,
funny.
paleontologist for the Dalmatian International Society. Hi, Kirkland. For a living. We have just discovered a new dinosaur site up the hill where there are.
Anyway,
Yes, sir.
you get the idea. Let's pull up chat again.
If you saw a freshman hitting the gritty, would you?
I would make the administration expel.
There we go. Yeah. When can we expect a playthrough? I don't know if I'd even be able to find that game. I should ask Ios for some help with that. She knows how to do these things. It might require an emulator or something. I don't know.
Brother, I think we'll live in the
Yeah.
We're gonna do it.
And that is his voice death source.
Actually,
Jim's not an actor.
right now, like anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like
It's free online. Oh, cool, Murph. Okay, nice.
juniors, freshmen,
Well, I'm freshman because I haven't met them
We're
yet.
doing pretty good.
But
At the very least, I need to like
I mean, I'm friends.
do a screen record and take some alerts out of that because I think that would be funny. Yeah.
There's like, because
Yeah.
I have classes with some of them, and like I talk to them, and also I'm
So when can we expect to play through? I don't know. Maybe we'll do a sub goal or something for that, Murph. Yeah.
I talk to. We're not like friends. Like I won't like go up to them.
Here, I'm gonna go get some water because they're doing some mapping
But
right
like,
here. Stay out of the way.
they're definitely juniors that I talk to, and a lot of they're also on my sports team.
Don't want a cartographic accident.
The sophomores though, they were freshmen last year. There's only about
We didn't
two
hear
that I'm
nothing,
friends
Nick.
with. There's,
The microphone's too good.
and there's only a couple because I don't because like juniors and freshmen only have faster together. It's mainly like if I'm faster, if I'm not have friends. When I was a freshman,
Let's go get some water.
I was friends with everybody. Like I had sophomore friends, I had junior friends, I had senior friends. I still talk to them.
All right, we should do a little station break actually. How many people have we got watching right now? Urgh. Let's see what's higher, the temperature or the viewership. 100 degrees in the shade. Nice. Doesn't feel that hot, but maybe we're just getting used to this, you know? And how many people are watching? Okay, a few more, 358th. Welcome, welcome, everybody, to Paleontologizing, especially if you're just joining us. Big? Well, of course it's live. It's happening right now. Out here in eastern Utah with the Utah Geological Survey. My name is Danny Anduza. I'm a dinosaur paleontologist and trying to do some good old-fashioned science outreach. We're in a quarry digging up whatever we can find in here, but it's mostly going to be the bones of iguanodont dinosaurs. We think we've got at least one, maybe multiple new species, but in order to figure that out, we've got to excavate as many bones as we can, get as many elements as we can to compare to one another. So, vertebrae, ribs, limb bones, skull bones, hip bones, whatever we can find. And we've got about 2 more weeks here. We're just starting to find some more bones, which is nice. pretty soon we'll get down to the right layer and there's just going to be bones everywhere. Historically, that's been true of the different sites that we've been working here. Over there at Ethan's Wash, where I was digging with this crew for the past 4 summers, that's generally how it went. Up high, you'll find a few bones. You get deeper and deeper. That's when you start to hit a whole bunch of them. So we haven't quite gotten that deep here yet, so that's okay. Before we start finding bones left and right, we've got to get our grid established. So that's what Ethan and the boys are doing right now. Being able to map everything out is really important at a site like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta keep track of everything.
Exactly. It's kind of the difference between a scientific dig and just like treasure hunting or something, you know? Like we're collecting as much data as we possibly can, and those data are sometimes as important or more important than the fossils themselves. Have the context around them is what allows us to be able to figure out what's going on here. It's not, oh, cool, here's a bone. It's, oh, here's why this bone is. Here's what it tells us about this ancient environment, all that stuff, you know. Let me get some water here. And, yeah. Wait, what is this? On a Claire's Day strategy game. Oh, and WV Haupt says, I'm new and this is rad. Welcome to Paleontologizing. Let me know if you've got any questions or anything. Be more than happy to answer them for you to the best of my ability. Put that there and get some water. There we are. Ray Vega, how are you doing? Welcome back, I guess, to Paleontologizing. Good to have you here. Oh, Mayor of Space was joking about something. What was this? And KC, how are you doing? Welcome to Paleontologizing. Mayor Space says they should make a strategy video game which you put together a team of real paleontologists and drum up some grant money to get a dig going. Be like those John Madden or FIFA games, but instead of sports, it's science. That's a neat idea, Mayor Space, but it feels a little niche. But it feels very real. I don't know. Like fossil excavation games that you see. Yeah. And yeah, welcome. KASEY with underscores. Welcome to Paleontologizing. It's good to have you here. Yeah. And Ray Vegas says, would you collect dinosaur bones, put them together, and bring them back to life like Frankenstein? That sort of thing is not really feasible. No. I know you're just asking like a goofy, jokey question, but I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about science for a minute and what these fossil bones actually represent. So like after an animal like this dies, like for instance, there's an iguanodont getting kind of curb stomped by a Utah raptor. This is one of the dinosaurs that we're finding here, this general group. We'll go back to our, there we go. This site here, again, this is so cool that this illustration, this painting is, that's right over there where Mierosaurus was discovered. Like, 100 feet away, like 30 meters, where this guy was found. But yeah, here's a dead ankylosaur being chowed down on by some crocs. So at a site like this, we've got a whole bunch of bones that are all scattered around and mixed up. And so these animals died here in this environment. They were scavenged upon, stuff got eaten, things get spread around. And then they're there on this, like, kind of swampy floodplain. This boggy fern fen, as Jim might describe it as. When these things actually get fossilized, a lot of the original organic material erodes away, is scavenged away, is eaten away by bacteria, or just kind of dries out. the bones that we're getting here are not, they're not entirely like the original bone material. There's some of the original hydroxyapatite in them. So in your bones right now are minerals. So, you know, you've heard people say, well, you know, make sure to drink your milk for strong bones. There's calcium. There's calcium in bones. There's hydroxyapatite. It's actually like the part of the mineral structure of bones. And then there's stuff like collagen and the squishy stuff doesn't last 142 million years. In order for bones to be preserved as fossils, the squishy stuff, much of that needs to go away, and then in its place, oftentimes minerals seep in, and the bones get permineralized. So not every fossil is the same. In fact, fossils can be very, very different from one another in different environments. You get different modes of preservation. Sometimes organic material that holds on. Sometimes it's completely replaced by minerals. At a site like this, we think there's probably fairly complete replacement. But the chemistry is going to be different between different sites. The point is, you can't just reassemble the bones like Frankenstein's monster. This is so silly to say, my goodness. But I'm trying to make this a teachable moment, you know? There's been a lot of mineralization going on. So these fossils, they represent some original organic material, but a lot of that is minerals from the groundwater and from the surrounding rock seep in and kind of turn it more minerally than it would have been to start with. I'm trying to say this in the way that's easiest to understand. Later on in the fall or in the winter, I want to interview some other paleontologists about that process of fossilization. Because this is something that I don't study in particular. I've never published a paper on diagenesis or fossilization, permineralization. This is outside my wheelhouse. So I've got questions about this kind of thing too, and I want to know the people who specialize in this, how do they generally describe these things? How common are different forms of permineralization? How common is it to find soft tissue in dinosaur fossils? Because it does happen. You can get little tiny bits of the original collagen or little bits of proteins and stuff like that. Even the remnants of like blood vessels, potentially. But it's all dependent on what were the conditions at the time when these things were buried. So here in the Cedar Mountain Formation, this was really swampy. You know, stuff got scattered around. A lot of it was on the surface for a long time. Sometimes we find that these bones, they'd already been kind of sun-bleached and they were cracking or falling apart before they got buried and fossilized. So they're not really pristine. At Laurie's site, just over the hill where I was working last September, we get a lot of that too, where very clearly these bones were there on the surface, just being beaten on by the sun and by the elements before they actually got buried and fossilized. And studying this stuff is important because it tells you something about this environment. What was this area like 140 million years ago? And what's the story for the preservation of these things? Yeah. And are these bone fragments here? Let's see. Look more like maybe bits of wood or something. But I did find some bone fragments the other day. But this is how we initially find sites, is you just walk along and look for anything unusual on the surface. Pick it up. We got some chert there. Various pebbles. A lot of this stuff is reworked from earlier points in time. We even had a little bit of Paleozoic coral from just above the quarry, where these dinosaurs here, those were fossils that were in the ground and eroded out and then got reburied with some of the stuff here. Interesting to think about. But it goes to this idea that I was just explaining, that understanding the context of this site, what's going on geologically, what's going on depositionally, that's really important stuff. And let's see. Wombat Hole says, where do insects fit into this picture timeline? You mean like when did insects evolve? Insects were some of the first land animals, so way before the dinosaurs. I think it might have been millipedes or millipede ancestors who were the first land animals. There was a new paper that just came out about that recently. Millipedes are not insects, but they're related. They're not insects, they're myriapods. But both millipedes and insects form a group called arthropoda. Arthropods are critters with an exoskeleton. They've got jointed legs. Yeah. Is that what you were asking? 1.5 meter long arthropleurid. There you go, Eddie, indeed, yeah. Although we're talking about myriapods that are even older than arthropleura. I want to say that the ones that have been found are significantly older. From like Silurian maybe? But yeah. And Larry Bug says they don't fossilize well, right? Yeah, insects are not great at fossilizing. You often need very particular conditions. A lot of things you can fossilize, but the conditions have to be just perfect, you know? The more hard parts a critter has, bones, teeth, armor plates, big chitin armor maybe in the case of arthropods, the more hard parts they have, the easier they are to fossilize. Because you already have some mineral stuff in there. You only need to add a little bit. But with other stuff, like if you're a soft-bodied organism, like say an octopus, you're not going to have a lot of hard parts. And so you're probably going to have a pretty bad fossil record. The fossil record for octopuses is, I think, pretty lousy. Because they're such squishy animals, you know? Ammonites, which are cephalopods related to octopus and squid, they have got this lovely coily shell. They have a superb fossil record because their shells fossilize really well. So the more hard parts you've got, maybe the better you'll be at fossilizing. If that makes sense. Drake and Oakleaf says if they found fully preserved fossils in Antarctica, or was this not true? We do have some decent fossils from Antarctica, but I don't think might be getting that mixed up with in northern Russia from Siberia up in the tundra, things like woolly mammoths and woolly rhinos, and there was, I think, a scimitar-toothed cat, like a little scimitar-toothed kitten, a little baby one. Those were discovered kind of frozen in the permafrost. Maybe that's what you're thinking of? Really nice preservation and ice. We do have dinosaur fossils from much older than the last ice age, from Antarctica, but Antarctica, as you can imagine, is not a very easy place to work. Not just the cold, but also like the rock there is extremely tough. Difficult to get around, yeah. But we do have dinosaurs from there, which is cool. But they tend to be fairly fragmentary. Like we don't have a single complete skeleton of a dinosaur from that entire continent. Yeah. And Buddhahead says, do still fossilize? Presumably, yeah. This is, again, one of those things that I want to learn more about, because people study these things, and I'm not up to speed on that. Which places in the world today are the best for fossilization? And, like, what are the most recent examples of fossils that we have? Stuff like that I'm curious about. Yeah, that's a weird-looking rock. Yeah, conglomerate. Or breccia. And holy cow, Urgle Wurgle, thank you, Craigie, for letting me know. Urgle Wurgle, thank you for the 20 gift subs. I really appreciate that. Thank you kindly. Believe it or not, this is my full-time job, everybody. This is how I make my living, is by streaming paleontology. And when I'm out here in the field, we do get a lot fewer gift subs, I feel, for whatever reason. But it's because of your support that I'm able to do things like this, you know? I could not do these streams, I could not travel, I could not volunteer on a dig like this were it not for your financial support. So thank you very much for helping make this possible. I'm really grateful for that. It's an honor to be able to share all of this with you. I couldn't do it without the generous support of this audience, so thank you, Urgle Wurgle. There's 20 people who are, I'm sure, very grateful not having to watch any ads for the next month. Thank you, Urgle Wurgle. I appreciate that. Yeah. And Twitch is not letting me set up a new goal. No worries, Claire. That's okay. Yeah, I know things can get squirrely sometimes. An interesting Murph. Rhinionatha hirsti, 410 million years ago. That would be in the... Is that the early Silurian, maybe? Yeah. Yeah. And thank you, Saranlin. Thank you for the prime. I appreciate your support. Thank you kindly. Let's get some more water and then go back into the quarry. Centipede. Interesting, Murph. Okay, cool. Well, a centipede wouldn't be... I don't think you said it was an insect, but that wouldn't be an insect. Centipedes are... What group do they belong to? I know they're arthropods. But are they myriapods? What group do centipedes belong to? They're not insects. Chilopoda. There we go. Class Chilopoda of the subphylum Myriapoda. The pods. Okay, interesting. Good to know. We get centipedes out here too. I think it's like the yellow desert centipede. And I saw one in St. George. Common desert centipede. That's what it was. There's a picture that I took near St. George, Utah. I'll embiggen that a little bit. There we go. Hope you can see that, chat. Yeah. Nice. They're interesting critters. And they're, I guess, some of the first land animals. It's really interesting. Yeah. And Drangden says, is the current thinking that life developed near deep ocean vents first or near the surface of the ocean? This is something that's not super well understood, and you'll get different opinions from different researchers. But from what I understand, being a dinosaur guy, and this not being my specialty, from what I understand, the idea is there's a general consensus forming that life probably did form first in deep sea vents at the bottom of the ocean. I really want to do an interview, maybe in person, with Charles Marshall, who is the director of the University of California Museum of Paleontology, back home in Berkeley. I got to go to a really cool a seminar about, like, the origin of life at Berkeley about a year and a half ago. And it was really interesting stuff in the sense that, well, Charles has some ideas that he's working on that make a lot of sense, I think. And long story short, it would make sense for life to have first arisen in these deep sea vents because they're full of organic molecules, the sorts of things that living things today are made out of. So you've got a natural source just spilling out of the earth through these deep sea vents. And also the deep sea vents themselves will often form these like cone-like structures, and they have these hollows inside, full of these organic materials. And also you've got an energy source, you've got a heat coming up through that. If you have self-replicating molecules in there, organic molecules, then that provides a safe place for them to be. They're kind of contained within these hollows in the deep sea vents. And so you could actually have life developing, and by life I mean a thing that is carrying out life processes, like it's reproducing, it's taking in nutrients and expelling waste and all of that. You can get life arising before you even get cellular structures. It's like the little hollows in the undersea vents act almost like a cell membrane or a cell wall that contain these things, keep them together, and allow them to carry out these life processes. So life may have actually arisen before cells evolved. It's like the deep sea vents are providing the cell infrastructure, or at least the external wrapper or carapace, or whatever you want to call it. I thought that was a really intriguing idea, one that I'd never heard before, and I think Charles is currently working on getting that published. But I really want to talk to him about that sometime soon. I think that would be an awesome stream, so I got to organize that with him. But yeah, to answer your question, deep sea vents seem much more plausible at this point. And Emily's here too. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, Agent Godiva. Good to see you. And let's see. Howlier says, hope the dig is going well. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Princeton Nerdist says, I find it so wild that there were sea scorpions bigger than a person. It is pretty cool to think about. Those big eurypterids back during the Paleozoic, some of them did get really big. We're talking like 8-9 feet long. Sea scorpions, as they're often called in like popular media and stuff. But when you think about it, other invertebrates get bigger than a person today. You get giant squid and colossal squid, both of which, full grown, are much bigger than a person. And they're not even closely related to arthropods like sea scorpions. But like, so other invertebrate groups can have really, really big ones. Yeah. But that is interesting. There's no arthropods today that are as big as a person. I guess you could look at like a giant Japanese spider crab. But by mass, they're certainly less massive than a person. They might have much longer legs, but yeah, I don't know. Those are weird critters. They're so slow moving because they're so big. And how was the weather last night? We did get a lot of rain, but there were thunderstorms going to the east of us, or to the west of us. Like, there were a bunch of big storms, and they just kept missing us, which was nice. But we did get a lot of rain last night, for sure. I don't know if we'll get rain tonight. The forecast didn't show it, so we might get lucky. Might get a bit of respite. I'm not going to complain about that. Yeah. And nice, Drangton. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, and Casey makes a really good point. How could I forget? The preferred food of leatherback turtles. Sea jellies, aka jellyfish, some of them get really, really big. I think some of them are maybe up to about 2 meters across. That's just the bell, the big, round part on top. And then some of them can be like well over 30 meters long, like well over 100 feet long. Just their long tentacles extending into the water column. So yeah, they get pretty big. But that's kind of tricky when we're talking about mass. Like, how heavy is a jellyfish? You take it out of the water, and it's just like, it has no structure. It's just like a big lump of jelly. Just. I've read that by volume, or maybe by mass, there's something like 90 or 95. I've even heard 99% water. So how much of that is really the organism, and how much is water? It's interesting with different critters. When we're trying to compare them, they really make you think about what your parameters are. What are our definitions? How do we define size in an organism? Are we talking length? Are we talking mass? Are we talking volume? Can the volume include that of the substrate that it lives in, or the matrix, like water in and around a jellyfish? Interesting stuff to think about. And Static Drop says, hey there, did I meet you at TwitchCon? I'm not sure, set it up. I was at TwitchCon last year. Yeah. So maybe you did. If so, good to see you again. Welcome back. Here, we'll do another quick station break. For anybody who might be new here, welcome to Paleontologizing. I'm out here in eastern Utah with the Utah Geological Survey. We're here in a dinosaur quarry, excavating at least one, probably several new species of dinosaur. We're trying to figure that out. We're also trying to get down to the bone layer, find some decent bones here. But, yeah. Oh, and my name is Danny Anduza. This is my channel. I'm a dinosaur paleontologist, so I work on dinosaurs. I excavate them, I study them, I publish on them in the scientific literature, and I talk about them here on Twitch. This is how I make my living, actually, is streaming on Twitch. You could call me the world's first full-time live streaming paleontologist. And you wouldn't be wrong. Welcome. It's good to have you here, everybody who's new. And everybody who's not new, welcome back. This is called Jim's Place here. So this is a quarry in the earliest Cretaceous Cedar Mountain Formation. And we are a crew of paleontologists and students and volunteers excavating these fossils.
They're flying and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's what it's about.
So yeah.
I would have to have some serious family petting.
How's Jamosaurus, says Emily?
Oh, hi, Mom.
He's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having a pretty good day so far?
Yeah.
That's a lovely shelf you got going there, by the way. Well done.
You should.
Yeah.
We're working as a team. We're getting it done.
Nice.
We're about to have you join.
Excellent. Yeah, we got to break down that.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Mr. Tear down this wall.
Oh yeah. We're freeing.
Let's combine these areas here. Yeah. Bit by bit. Let's see if we find fossils in that wall. I'm going to set this up here so it's still within sight of the router. Put this here.
Do you think my mom would drive all the way from Salt Lake to here just to bring us some ice?
No, I don't think so. But we've got, you know, Dawn might bring ice.
Oh, that's true. We had Don during it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty nice having this little.
Is there any nails down there? Yeah, that worked out well.
There we go.
There's a box
That was a good idea to go with that.
Or do you want to know where the areas are?
I was just looking for ones that needed labeled.
Yeah.
Casey says ragtag team.
We definitely want labels.
I'll choose to take that as a compliment.
Just
Yeah.
flags.
Ragtag team. We don't want all to be like in uniforms and stuff, you know?
Working for
Yeah.
More that I can see. Okay.
Quick,
I'm sure there's more that I don't have.
there's Chemo right there.
What's up?
Yeah.
There's some over there.
Here's Nick.
Made. We don't have metal tags yet. Hammer.
Here's boss man Ethan. He's in charge right now as Dawn is, Don went into Moab. He's got uranium fever right now, right? So he's like,
could work with this match.
Contact.
It wouldn't be like, oh, I don't know what to do.
I think he's like filing a claim for a uranium mine in Moab at the moment. He'll be back soon.
This area's sloping down. Let's just level this and
We
then.
got Marcello.
Hey.
Yeah. We got Jameson. We got Laura. And then we've got.
It is crazy. I'm just so unhip. I didn't notice that.
You're learning. You're always learning.
Yeah.
We are always learning.
It's like when somebody learns, oh, the beetles are a group of insects too?
Okay, but like, come on.
It's funny because you're.
Who doesn't know about the Beatles? I mean, that's a little insane.
Yeah.
Well, about the insects?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that time where we identified a beetle in the quarry?
Yeah, that was like 2 days ago. Yeah.
That was so cool.
The longhorn beetle, I think it was. That's pretty neat. Yeah. Well, I guess the stream cut out for a minute. That might be a satellite thing, chat. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Yeah.
This is 5336, right?
I don't know. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are about to join benches.
Buddha Head wants to know, where do dinosaurs sleep at night? Do they have nests? Did they just roam around? Did they have caves?
Motels.
Only 3-star and above.
They slept in their cars.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. We do know that some dinosaurs today, they're living dinosaurs, but I don't know. The closest thing I can think of to we do have direct evidence of dinosaurs resting. So like in St. George, there's that resting trace of that Dilophosaurus-like dinosaur, and we could tell that they would kind of fold their legs up under their body like a chicken. And so there's, exactly, yeah. So there's like handprints that go down like this. So he'd be basically like this. But
You're also welcome to have one if you'd like.
I don't know if they would sleep like that. Yeah.
There's there's evidence for dinosaurs that at least like used burrows pretty often.
Like Eryctodromius, yeah.
Yeah, and they probably slept in those burrows.
Yeah.
I know that Ankylosaurus found in Massachusetts was recently figured out to have been discovered within a burrow.
Oh, in a burrow.
Yeah, and
I
it
didn't
was
know
like
that.
a sauropodomorph.
Interesting, because I know they've been found in like cave deposits. It was like they fell down into a cave fissure or something, or maybe they were living in there, but yeah.
So like,
at least that was the old idea. I don't know if that's held up, but like if you look in some old dinosaur books, that'll show like Ankylosaurus like falling into a cave like through a sinkhole or something.
Yeah, and maybe it was they figured out it was actually a burrow.
Huh.
And
that's really neat. I need to look into that.
yeah, and I think Protoceratops, or at least Leptoceratops, some Ceratopsians also burrowers. So
I worked at that site.
Oh yeah, was it
with Denver?
Like
so this was Denver Fowler discovered this in 2012. Yeah, the leggy blonde site, because we found some leg bones and they were kind of a blonde color. So we named it after the Flight of the Conchords song, Leggy Blonde.
That's sick. That's a cool name.
We thought it was a Thessalosaur at first, and then we sent some of the jackets back to the lab, and Carrie Ansel prepped them, and she's like, holy cow, these are Leptoceratops. These are extremely rare in the Hell Creek. And then we were trying to figure out, like, why are the legs going straight down into the sediment, like, into the strata? Well, this is weird. Like, did they get mired there? And then we slowly realized, like, shoot, there's those bones from the adults, but then there's hundreds or maybe even thousands of baby Leptoceratops teeth, all in the same area.
Yeah.
So, like, what in the world? Why do they have so many teeth shed here? And it slowly began to dawn on us that this is a burrow. And so the adult's limbs going straight down like that, this was from like a burrow collapse. And,
hey, we got
oh, excellent! There's, I was hoping it was Jeff.
A friend of ours. Oh, Jeff.
So anyway, we've got evidence that Leptoceratops were burrowing. That should be published soon, hopefully.
And that burrowing dinosaurs probably.
Jeff, good to see you. I saw your Xterra over there. I'm like, oh man, I hope that's Jeff and Alyssa.
It's me.
Okay, nice.
Dude, come on in.
Good, how are you?
Good, welcome.
Welcome in.
Can I enter this way?
Please, yeah.
Yeah, you had to come in this
So, bone layers over here.
Cool. Hello.
Dude, how are you?
Yeah. Hey, man.
Good to see you.
Yeah. How are things?
Good, man. Busy.
Yeah.
What's up, man? It's good. Finding good dinosaurs yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not I haven't anyway.
We're probably still too high up. But, yeah. Is Alyssa here too, or just you for now?
Just me.
Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, Doug didn't tell us that we were expecting more company. So
I think he wanted it to be a surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise! I brought cherries. So.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Hey.
High chews, cherries.
There, I did bring high chews there at camp.
Oh, okay.
I ate
nice.
hundreds of your high chews.
I got the Costco bag.
I felt so bad. I bought you a new pack of high chews and then ate half of them and then gave them to you. That's cool. I was like, man, I can't stop.
They're so good.
They're so good.
Anyway, I've got a live stream running right now with that little camera, so
Oh, cool.
don't see anything incriminating.
Well, that works. I never do.
Never that. Never that. Bro, I got a cool book for you to look at too.
Cool.
Yeah, got a cool book. This is where I'm working right here. Working with Jameson.
Hi.
This is Laura. I don't think you met Laura.
Hello. I'm Jeff.
I'm Laura.
You're a bring your own tools guy, right?
Yeah.
By and large. Yeah. We can get you a scoop. You want a scoop?
Yeah, that's the only thing actually.
Sweet.
But so you
Christy
can use,
too.
You can use mine.
Christy.
Over there.
Oh, that's just a crystal. Random scoop, or is that yours? Here you go, Jeff.
Oh, that's what. Where do you want me to start smashing in?
Let's have a look.
Whatever you want.
It sucks because there's no shade anymore. So see how we're doing space.
I have sun gear.
Larry Bug says, say something cool and interesting though.
Jeff had done a bunch.
Something cool and interesting
There's
though.
a gang. These few people that are gone at the moment. They're probably gonna be gone for most.
Talk about Ceratosaurus.
Ceratosaurus. What do you want to know about Ceratosaurus? They do have big, cool teeth, and it's been suggested that they may have eaten like more than the average amount of fish. Like, maybe they weren't like specialized for it, but maybe I don't know. I've heard multiple people say this, and I don't know if it's ever been published, but like,
yeah. So maybe if you want to actually.
why were they saying this? Was it microwear on the teeth, or was it? I forget where the fish eating idea comes from.
It might just be length, honestly.
And I think they were
maybe
it was because
Like,
of the shape
I mean,
of the tail.
comparatively to every other theropod in that area, it's way longer.
Yeah, they got
And
weird long teeth. Yeah.
Long teeth definitely helps with fishing.
So were they like pescadors or whatever?
No, they wouldn't have been obligate. Not like a Spinosaurus or something.
Those
But,
teeth are like hyper specialized for like they're straight teeth. That's exactly what you want for fishing.
And they've got that fluting going up and down like on crab teeth. Yeah, yeah.
And the what's the little snarl at the front
Yeah,
jaw.
the subrostral notch.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Henry's got a good thought.
You sure do. You came in just in time to pinch it.
Right?
But yeah, what else about Ceratosaurus?
Good job now.
Unfortunately, one was sold at auction last year, the year before, for like $1 zillion, and
It was awesome.
it was sold like from. It was in a museum, and then it was sold off. It was kind of a snafu. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, down in Lehigh, up in Lehigh, I should say.
Yeah, Ceratosaurus was a cool dino. We could find some more.
Yeah, for sure. So Ronlin says, what is the average amount of fish? I guess what I meant was like any meat-eating animal, if it's offered a fish, it'll probably go for it. But Ceratosaurus may have eaten fish more often than say like Allosaurus or Torvosaurus or something. But I don't remember exactly what the rationale is there. I'm not sure. Yeah, it could be long teeth. I want to say there was something like,
It could have been a lot worse.
was there like an isotopic analysis or something that was suggesting this? I don't really remember.
Isotopes.
No, we were hiking.
Yeah.
Our dog.
You a fan of isotopes, Nick?
And like we were going kind of downhill, so she hit pretty hard. But I was probably like 15 feet from her, and then I had to make that like all.
Oh, very cool, Lawrence 56. Nice. Good luck with your
ambulance are out.
archaeological dig. That sounds neat.
I went into shock and got up and stuff, but right after it happened, both of her eyes had 2 black dots in it. She had, like,
And Reginald W. Rigby says, would you say museums get the majority of fossils or private collectors? I think worldwide, for every fossil, like vertebrates and invertebrates, private collectors probably get the lion's share. Just think about all the like hundreds of thousands of trilobites and orthocone fossils that come out of like Morocco and places like that.
Shells and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. There's so many just millions of fossils of invertebrates, critters without bones.
Are there any tools?
Ammonites, trilobites, orthocones, just all kinds of neat invertebrate critters.
That bucket for you?
Yeah, private collectors love to scoop those up. Plants too, yeah. Although I feel like plants don't have the same kind of commercial market as something like trilobites.
You're right.
Yeah. But thank you for mentioning plants, though. Don't want to leave them out. And Akira Eclipse says, what's your and the team's favorite dinosaur-specific adaptation? Oh, so like interesting piece of anatomy on a dinosaur? Favorite weird dinosaur thing?
I got one for me. No, you go ahead, James.
I like the really big, like arm spines
Ethan,
on
can I get that ice pick?
Stegosaurus.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the shoulder spines?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
really cool.
That's a good one.
I was gonna say the tail spine, the neck spines for a Margosaurus.
Oh, yeah,
Really
yeah.
tall, that sail is sick.
Do you know about Bahatosaurus?
Yeah.
They like go in the opposite direction?
In the opposite direction. That's cool.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd say the armor on Saltosaurus.
Yeah?
Nice.
That's pretty neat, those osteoderms. Yeah. It's been suggested that, apart from maybe functioning as armor, they may have also been like mineral storage for the animal.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Let's see. My favorite piece of dinosaur anatomy.
Parasaurolophus is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
The horn.
It's like the
Big nasal
alien
crest.
from Alien.
Let's set this up here. I'm gonna say the lack of a digit 1 on Dryosaurus is pretty cool.
Of course you'd say Dinosaurs.
You know, they don't have their first toe anymore, the little hallux. It's gone, you know?
What happened to it?
You want to go that route?
Good they got rid of it. I don't know.
Just evolved out of it, I guess.
Yeah. Multiple dinosaur groups. I'm kind of joking, like that's a really boring feature, but it's distinctive. Dryosaurus doesn't have a hallux.
Mononicus.
Yeah, those are really cool.
Its
The
whole hands, the
Yeah.
finger nipples.
Yeah. The hook hands, yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah. Casey described them as arm tusks. I like that.
That's probably a better way
Yeah.
of describing it.
And Casey Snort says everything about Spicomelis is weird and cool. That's a weird one. Yeah.
It's Spicomelis.
Oh, it's this weirdo ankylosaur from the Jurassic, I think, of Africa.
Yeah, early Jurassic.
It's just incredibly spiny and like. I'll show you a picture.
I think it's early Jurassic. Maybe middle Jurassic. Jurassic.
I think it is Middle Jurassic, yeah. Which would make it one of the earliest ankylosaurs. But it, Yeah, I was talking with Richard Butler about this, and he's like, okay, there we go.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. So that was only described a few years ago.
That's really weird.
Yeah. And there might be some more material of that animal coming out soon. A little birdie told me. I can't give you specifics, but there's some exciting stuff. Good elements. Yeah. Oh, and here, let me show you Spicomelis, chat. Like, what a weird, neat animal. Just incredibly spiny.
Maybe
Yeah.
see if you can.
Stegauros
Nice.
is cool. Yeah, the tail on that.
Good mobility.
Pretty neat.
Pretty good.
Looks like it's a lot of energy.
How would you kill that
I'm
thing? Because like,
I mean,
you can't like. if
why
it was,
doesn't
like,
anybody? How would you be nice to that animal? How would you make friends with it? Why doesn't anybody ask that?
Okay.
But as like as a predator, like
How would you hunt
would
it?
you subdue it? Yeah, that's
Because like a theropod couldn't like stick its nose on it because of those giant spines on the side.
yeah. I mean, that's why those evolved, presumably. Yeah.
Would you just like bite its head off?
Eat it while it's young.
Yeah.
The young ones.
Eat it while it's young.
Oh.
Yeah. Chase down and eat the babies. You know.
I guess yeah.
Yeah.
How big did they get?
I don't think that one's particularly huge. It's probably like. It's probably smaller than my car.
Okay.
Actually, I think. Spicomelis. Their ribs have spikes growing straight out of them.
Oh yeah.
So like, unlike osteoderms, they just have like rib spikes.
That's just crazy.
So it's like they're like poking out of the body wall. It's like,
That's
how do they breathe? Like, as the rib cage flexes, like, how do they not tear themselves open?
Yeah.
Like, it's so strange.
Well, what locality are they in?
They're from Morocco, I think.
Okay.
Is that right?
Middle Jurassic Morocco.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah. And Case Spowgirl, thank you for raiding in. Welcome, welcome to Paleontologizing. Good to have you here. let me know if you've got any questions. We're here on a live dinosaur dig in eastern Utah, digging up what is most likely at least one new species of dinosaur, maybe several. But we need to get down to the bone layer and start finding more bones, because right now it's been pretty sparse for the past week. But we've got 2 weeks left here, and there's lots more to find.
Time be flying.
Yeah, I know, right? And Mayor Space says, but dinosaur lungs are like bird lungs, ribs. They don't flex, do they? I'm not totally sure.
Especially with ankylosaurs.
Yeah, because they're kind of ornithischian. They're not close to birds as far as dinosaurs go.
Yeah, like the sauropods have the same feature definitely, like the theropods do. I don't know about all the way on the other side.
Coal World wants to know, is there a hypothesis for what percentage of dinosaur species are still undiscovered? That's a tough one. There's a bunch of different papers that have been published on this. It ranges from like, oh yeah, we found about half of them, to like, oh, we found 5% of them.
How many species of bird are alive today?
About 10,000.
Observation. I know.
And how many species of dinosaur do we have?
Depending on who you ask, maybe 2,000, maybe 1,000, maybe fewer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like, all right, we have that many birds right now.
And that's just in the present.
That's just present day.
Not like the 178 million years or whatever. That
all those dinosaurs occupying way more niches than birds do today.
Exactly.
Over 160 million years.
Yep.
5% sounds generous.
Maybe, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. And again, I guess it gets down to like, what do you consider a species?
Well, that's
like, if we're talking about over time, are chronospecies species? Like, as you're going through time, where you draw the line between different taxa? Yeah. There's some people who are like, well, you only get new species during cladogenic events, otherwise it's not a new species. But like...
In that case, you could say that any living organism is the same species as the last universal common ancestor.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah, anthropologists aren't going to like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, but then at least you do get splitting events.
Yeah, but yeah.
So like...
But there is still an unbroken line of
common descent going all the way back to the dawn of life on Earth.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Which is funny when people like, they'll make fun of like some classic, silly evolutionary diagram that shows like a chimpanzee-like creature evolving into a human, upright walking human, and they're like, that's so stupid. It's a bush, and it's like, yeah, but
that's just trimming all the branches away.
But if you trim the branches away and just follow the trunk up to where
exactly,
that is what it looks like.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting, like the things people like to complain about with.
I did one of those diagrams once as like a vinyl decal for my car, and it was going back from like Pikaia, like the first chordate ancestor that we have, all the way up until the present with Homo sapiens. And it was a lot of fun. It was cool.
Oh, Pikaia is the first?
It's oldest known chordate probably.
It's one of the earliest chordates, yeah.
Hycoichthys.
Hycoichthys is more derived and it lived at the same time.
Is that
so
a
it's
Chinese one?
Yeah. From the Xinjiang biota.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I think is slightly earlier in the Cambrian. Yeah.
Burgess.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
See, I got a little bit of Paleozoic stuff.
But I did Pikaia instead of Hycoichthys because Hycoichthys just looks like a little oval-y thing. And Pikaia at least is like, it's got a more interesting silhouette.
That's true.
More instantly recognizable, so yeah.
You're just drawing like a semicircle basically for Hycoichthys.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
And Marco Tours, thanks for being here. Thanks for saying hello. Hope you have a good rest of your day. And good point, Casey Snowart. Casey was making the same point that you were basically, Ethan, like, about time.
Oh, yeah?
But you do have to wonder, too, whether, like, the number of niches has expanded over time as ecosystems become more complex and stuff like that.
For sure.
And then it maybe kind of resets after a mass extinction event.
Yeah.
I mean, especially because you have
I often forget that stuff.
You have those times of, like, not quite homogeneous Earth, but, like, where, like, a lot of it looks kind of the same.
Sure.
Like, Crimea, for example, where it's like, all right, like, pretty much the whole thing is just desert.
And, like, you get critters that look very similar on different continents.
Exactly.
Well, I guess that would be with Pangea, but, yeah. So, like, you get more endemism, more, like, unique critters evolving in different places.
Yeah.
When you have more islands, when you have separate continents, all of that.
Yeah.
Not The one 2 days ago.
So anyway, it's a complicated question, like trying to estimate the number of dinosaur species that ever lived.
Sure.
I have like the outline for a paper about that I want to write one of these days, but
That'd be interesting.
I need to find some co-authors because there's some stuff I'm real rusty on.
Last 3 or 4 nights in a row, and then there's been like last blood touring.
Maybe once I get my master's, I'll help you out.
And then there was one couple days before that.
Or sooner, you know?
Maybe.
Yeah.
People died in that one.
Young professionals.
Heck yeah.
And there you go, Casey. Yeah, having a really poor record of like oceanic strata,
Yes.
like actual like ocean crust, marine crust during history of the Earth is really frustrating. That stuff gets recycled over time. So like ocean floor sediment, like oceanic crust is always being like pushed up out of spreading ridges and then it plunges beneath continental crust. So none of the oceanic crust on Earth is older than like 100 million years old. Or 200 million. Beginning of the Jurassic. Yeah, so it just gets... Yeah. But then we had a good question from Pate B. Do you know anything about the other terminology, anagenesis? Oh boy, yeah. This is like a big debate among dinosaur paleontologists in particular. Anagenesis versus cladogenesis. Yeah, so these are like different modes of evolution, like how you can get new species, I guess. Cladogenesis is where you get a lineage that splits. So like one species splits into two different clades. Anagenesis is just like lineage evolution. So like one population of organisms just changes over time without splitting into different species.
Lock 100 rhinos in a room for 1 million years, and then open the door and look inside. Do they look different than they did 1 million years ago? You could say that's anagenesis.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you put them in 2 different rooms, and they evolve in separate directions, that's cladogenesis.
Okay.
So like, there's a lot of debate over whether... That's a great analogy, by the way, Ethan. I'm gonna steal
I
that.
wouldn't recommend locking rhinos in a room
Yeah.
for 1 million years. It's kind of mean, actually, but
You might just get skeletons popping up.
yeah. No water, no oxygen.
And they're endangered, too.
That's the last one. Right?
Yeah.
But,
That's the worst part.
so this is like a big debate among dinosaur paleontologists is, like, what is the dominant mode of evolution? What is more common? And, like, which is more important for explaining dinosaur diversity over time? People like Denver Fowler, like, and we were working with him just a few weeks ago in Montana, he is big on anagenesis. Like, this idea that you can kind of watch a lineage of dinosaurs or other organisms evolve over time without splitting necessarily. And then there are other paleontologists who basically say evolution only occurs when you have splits. Which I think is a little... I don't know. You could definitely get accelerated evolution when things split.
You clearly have
But, yeah. Well, what Denver always says is that, like, cladogenesis is just anagenesis with splitting.
Exactly.
You know? Like, yeah. So, let this work just a little bit. There we go.
So anogenesis is when one species changes.
Yeah.
And cladogenesis is when, well, like, well, yeah, what is
When you get a split.
Yeah.
Like one species becomes 2 or more sometimes.
Okay.
Well,
Whereas,
sorry, go ahead, Danny.
no, you first.
It's like you imagine
100 rhinos.
Yeah, so you take the 100 rhinos, right, and then 1 million or 2 million years later, you look at them again. You wouldn't say that the rhinos that you locked in there originally, you know, it's like, yeah, they're extinct, but their descendants are still alive, and there's no multiplication event of multiple species coming out. It's just
Right.
like they continued to exist, and the species didn't really go extinct, but it's a different species.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
But it is extinct because that kind is not around. So.
And so when we're talking about this sort of thing, it's like, well, how many dinosaur species existed? Like, if you look at that 1 million years of rhinos in that room, how many different species did they evolve into during that time? You know? And so, like, do you know about the different species concepts, where it's like, well, if these 2 animals can interbreed, then they're the same species.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you can't really run that test over time, because these ones from 1 million years in the future, as opposed to these ones, you can't test if they can interbreed. So, like, yeah. So, I guess the point is that, like, part of the point is that species are kind of a squishy concept. Like, we as human beings try and take nature and put it into these neat little tidy boxes.
But that's not how it works.
Not really, no, yeah. Like, nature is full of nuance and gray areas and weird in-betweens and stuff like that. And it's important to remember that. Yeah. Anyway, Papey, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, this is my first one, so take it light and just go like 2 weeks. Nice.
And thank you, Claire, for reposting that. Question from Mirror Man. You might have something to say about this too, Ethan. How do you differentiate different species from just different breeds or like varieties of any species? Like look at diversity of dogs with different breeds. How do we know that that didn't occur in dinosaurs? Well, dogs are a weird case that they have like a really plastic genome. Like you could do really weird things with dogs. I don't know what it is about them, but like it's really easy to get them to look really weird with only changing a few different genes. I've read that all of the different dog species in the world, dog breeds, excuse me, everything from Chihuahuas to Great Danes, all of those differences are just in 3 different genes. It's like every other gene is pretty much untouched when you're doing selective breeding of dogs.
They're like regulator genes or something? Like
something like
one
that,
gene
yeah.
changes and it has a knock-on effect of changing a bunch of different things.
Yeah, I'm not a geneticist. That sounds convincing, but I have no idea. So yeah, so dogs are kind of a weird thing. Like different breeds of cats don't look as different as different breeds of dogs, you know?
It's also worth mentioning that because they've been bred to look weird.
People have actively worked on it. Yeah. So like it's a combination of like they have this, like Ethan was saying, ability to change like that. There's some weird plasticity about their genome. At least with those 3 genes. But also people have worked really hard to selectively breed them for different things. And often to their detriment. Like there's certain dog breeds that like they kind of wouldn't exist, like they kind of couldn't survive in the wild.
Like pugs?
Yeah, so when I was in elementary school, I had a daycare teacher, and she had a pet pug. She told me a story that he sneezed really bad one time and one of his eyeballs fell out.
Oh, God.
So, like, the skull on a pug is so truncated, so short, that, like, parts of it don't work. Some of them, like, can't really breathe very well anymore, so they're just like, all the time.
I like have someone dog seat.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, sometimes a dog owner, if you just push that back in, that'd be great.
I don't think it did get pushed back in. I think they had to like cut the cord or whatever. He just didn't have an eye.
His eyes just do that.
Dude, come on, man.
I don't know. This is ages ago, but because I imagine trying to put the eye back in. Would that even work?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works.
I mean, people take out glass eyes and put them back in. Yeah. But like, you got to make sure that all the cables are arranged properly when you.
Natural neutering or whatever.
That optic nerve.
The thing that's tricky about is it a different species or just a different variety?
Yeah.
Is that it is really easy to over split, right? It's easy to say like, oh, all these different specimens that look similar from the same time and place are probably different species. It's easy to do that, right? Because there's all kinds of differences that you can't tell. But like Lee pointed out, with the differences between lions and tigers, it's like no one would really argue that lions and tigers are the same species because they have extremely different phenotypes and behavior. But they are osteologically identical, except for the smallest of characters.
I think they've got a lot of characters in the skull that are really different.
The only reliable one that I'm aware of is the nasals. I think the nasals extend further past the orbits in either a tiger or a lion than they do in the other one.
Really?
So that's the only reliable osteological character.
Really subtle. Shoot.
And so it's an extremely subtle character. So if you were a paleontologist and someone said, "Oh, I'm going to name a new species of Panthera because in this one the nasals go back slightly farther consistently," people would say, "You're being a splitter. That's absurd." And you couldn't even make the argument of like, "Oh, these live in a different time," or the argument that they live in a different place because lions and tigers used to share a range over
a
lot of Asia.
And
Greece and Turkey and Iran and places like that.
But I mean, that's just where like the definition of speciation varies from like contemporary biology versus like paleontology.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, but also lions and tigers didn't split that long ago. They are definitely very different species.
Very closely related, for sure.
Yeah, but like
same genus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I remember reading somewhere though that the canines on tigers were like a third longer than those of lions.
Could be.
But I only have the vaguest recollection of this, so I don't know.
You know, kind of like we were mentioning at one point off the stream, it's like we do have to remember it's like all the species that we're calling dinosaurs, like at the end of the day, they're like hypotheses.
Yeah, they are.
They're hypotheses to explain like a phenomenon. Like when we find a bone or that we find bones together, like our hypothesis is that it is an animal.
Right.
So that's another thing. It's like Nick was just saying, it's like the species concept for extinct animals is a little different than
sure.
Or definition.
Technically, isn't the definition for speciation something that can mate and then reproduce by itself?
That's the biological species concept. So
Right.
there's a bunch of different species concepts.
But I mean, if you were to try to extrapolate that into like, paleontology,
You can't.
You can't use that definition.
So you've got to use the morphological species concept instead.
Right. So that's where, like, I think people sometimes lose. When you're talking about species, there needs to be an understanding that
Sure.
it's not like we're not talking like apples to apples.
Yeah. That's a really good point. Yeah.
It's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, because like when people in the general public hear species, they're like, "Oh yeah, I know what a species is," but like, it means a different thing in fossil science. I guess kind of moving further along that spectrum, think about like ichnotaxa, where like you've got ichnogenera and ichnospecies, and they're like you're just describing a shape of a footprint.
Yeah.
It's not the animal that you're talking about. It's like this footprint shape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a mud tube where a worm lived at some point.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
really, ichnospecies started
That's your
as
guy right
they started as describing a behavior.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it started.
Here's
as
a trace that
behaviors more
this
than
critter is leaving.
morphologies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about that for dinosaurs. Honestly, I was like, how pissed would people be if I brought up the idea of like, let's just not do like
Yeah, it's still there. It's just
describe the because there's so many dinosaur footprints that it's like, oh, this is Tyrannosaurus. Like,
Yeah.
they're trying to describe the dinosaur. It's like, what if we only describe the behavior and then just like reduce all the ichnogenera, ichnotaxa by like so much?
I mean, I think people are working on that. Yeah. Yeah.
It might be kind of relevant, honestly.
the one.
Stick to Growlithe and Eubron.
This is actually a decent bone here.
There's so many dinosaurs.
I was just curious.
Puggo Wuggo says, "What are your thoughts on Eustreptospondylus being a possible ancestor to the Spinosaurids?" We don't really have enough information. Eustreptospondylus, I don't know if we have any skull material from it.
It's a good skull.
Is it a good
Yeah,
skull?
we do. Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking of
It's one of the best megalosaur skulls.
Beckel Spinax.
Beckel Spinax is postcranial. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I've studied the skull of the holotype of Eustreptospondylus.
Is it a megalosaur?
Yeah, in Oxford.
Okay, yeah.
It's a tiny little megalosaur.
It seems a little bit late to be a Spinosaur ancestor.
Yeah,
but
I think from what we understand, Spinosaurs should have emerged by the Middle Jurassic, right?
Right, yeah.
Because that's when megalosaurs are hanging out. So.
Yeah, yeah.
Continuously rocking.
But there's a pretty long ghost lineage there. We don't have. I don't think we have any really good Jurassic Spinosaurs.
We don't. There's a handful of teeth, I think, and was it Ostafricasaurus or something? Is thought to maybe be a Spinosaurid?
Is that from
Tanzania? I think.
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
Sweet.
But they're like Middle Jurassic, Late Jurassic, Spinosaurid-looking teeth from Tanzania.
Nice. Is Ichthyovenator, is that Thailand?
I think so. Laos, I think.
Laos.
Yeah.
That thing is sweet.
Yeah.
There's like an undescribed neck as well. It looks very.
Oh, really? Lovely.
Yeah, very Supermanus-like. But it's got a big sail over the hips.
Yeah, Late Jurassic of Tanzania, Ostafricasaurus.
Yeah, I know about that guy.
Yeah, based on teeth. What's that? The sails on Spinosaurs?
No, just in general.
On ships? What do they do? Are they just for show? Are they for display?
Same thing for.
Are they thermoregulating on a boat?
Right? Yeah. To carry them through the water.
Yeah.
It's to carry cargo.
I'm not convinced that they are sails on Spinosaurs. Like, I think it might be like Acrocanthosaurus, where it's just elongate neural spines, like a big fleshy hump, essentially. Maybe not really thick like a bison, but like...
They look so gross.
Well, it doesn't have to be like a super thick hump. We're not talking about like... Not like Igor or whatever, but...
I don't know how you have it any other way, though.
But, well, no, it would be kind of like... You know,
I
like
get it, like bison, but...
like a bison, but thinner. You know? So not a sail that like you could, it's translucent, or like you could see the vertebrae in it, but just like, you know.
But just proportional.
It's got a big tall back.
If you're gonna fill that out with its height, that thing would look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beefy.
Beefy, yeah, very beefy.
Yeah. Oh, and Andrew's in the chat. Andrew Milner says, "Hey, Danny. Hi to everyone from rainy Nova Scotia. It's a long time to get to your message."
Hey, Andrew.
Oh wait.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah. Hope you're doing well. Andrew was saying there's a decent chance he might see some leatherbacks during a whale watching trip there. So everybody, cross your fingers. Andrew gets to see that. That would be incredible. This is the right time of year. They're up there eating jellies. So yeah, pretty amazing that a turtle will swim all the way up from like, you know, the beaches of South and Central America up to Canada, and they're just cruising around in the cold water. They're eating jellyfish. But that's what they do.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like the life.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go on a really long road trip, and then I'm just gonna eat for 4 months, or maybe a year, just like chowing down.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds really good. Our lives. Past 4 months has been a long road trip. I think that works. Yeah. Chili dogs.
Oh, this is really fun. I like having these discussions on stream. I appreciate you guys for putting up with this.
We appreciate you anytime. That's what Corey is about. Yeah, sharing these ideas too.
It's cool to just hang out and work and
sharing and learning.
Bounce ideas off each other.
Made along the way. Spirit, not the bones. That's the destination.
Exactly.
That's the meta. It's the new meta. It's the meta. See?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, and Coal World, I appreciate your comment from earlier. I'm sorry I didn't read it out loud, but they said something like how is it that this sort of thing doesn't have more views than Kai Cenat, or something like that? I admit I'm not nearly as...
Don't diss on my boy Kai.
I know, I'm not nearly as entertaining as Kai, and I like him. He seems like he has a good head on his shoulders. But yeah, you know, it's cool to be able to share this kind of thing with folks, you know? Get Kai Cenat out here, teach him to dig dinosaurs.
Oh, dude.
Might be into it, honestly. A lot of people like dinos.
Let's wait until we have more bones on the surface, though. You know?
That's true, yeah. We're gonna actually
be like, yeah, well, we promised they're under here. Like,
you can send them to like Hell Creek, it's a little bit easier, maybe.
There you go, yeah.
It's so flat over here. I don't even know where to dig.
Casey says
that's a good point.
this paleontology water cooler is interesting than the usual office stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know the tool. You know the tool for the job.
Hey,
yeah, like
all of this.
That's my root.
Yeah, that's my root especially. Because like now we have such a good wall. I'm like kind of working at the bench here. I'm gonna leave it.
If you're done with that one, do me a small favor.
Depends on what it is.
It's just another reminder being read.
Which one do you need?
It should be like right on your right side.
This reminds me of when I was working with Denver Fowler, and we'd be like digging up a great big jacket. You got a tunnel underneath. You do your trenching, and then you do your tunnel. Denver would always describe it as like, oh, we built the tunnel. It's like I'm the English, you're the French. It's like it'd be like a race. It's like who gets to get to the midline first.
There we go, some competition involved.
Yeah, got a trench under that jacket, and finally you make a hole down there, and then we shake hands underneath the jacket.
Oh,
like in that famous footage when they were digging the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a great dishonor to be the French in Denver's eyes.
Of course.
He being from the north of England. I want to make that clear. He's not just... It's a long-standing rivalry between the English and the French. I have nothing against either, so I want to make that clear to everybody at home. For the viewership halves, right?
He actually brutally hates French people.
I have no particular animus for the French, I'll put it that way, you know? I wish them no specific harm.
But just a general.
Same for the English, or anybody for that matter.
There we go. Anyone can get the smoke.
Yeah. Larabug says, how do we know what's dirt and what's a cool bone?
Great question.
I don't know about cool bones, but no, we've got some cool bones here. And we'll get way cooler ones later.
Hopefully.
It's subtle. Like, the difference is often hard to spot. Let me pick up the camera and show you real quick.
Guess where the bone is.
Yeah, really, right? Can you spot the bone? It's like Dora the Explorer. ¿Dónde están los huesos? ¿Están allí?
Dirt. Eartho.
¿Cómo se dice dirt? How do you say dirt in Spanish?
Also, do you say
I know
cool bone?
sucio is dirty, but la tierra,
Yeah.
the earth, yeah. Yeah, okay.
They use it for dirt too.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
earth, like landscape, where you can say it like.
Aquí están un hueso chivo. There's a cool bone. I forgot how you say rib.
Rib.
Un erib.
Safe to
Nice.
just put L in front of it.
El rib. El ribo. I don't think that's true, Eddie, indeed. I don't think that's right.
Whoa. Standing on bones. Bones are crushed.
I'm watching, don't worry.
Yeah, so anyway, I don't mean to be putting down these bones right now, but we're going to have like way more photogenic looking bones later on throughout the season. Or we won't, and we'll just be very upset. But
That would suck. I
Would really
appreciate
suck.
the optimism.
yeah, no, we definitely will. They're just going to be down below this layer. So gotta keep working. Gotta keep grinding for those bones.
You gotta get
Gotta get good. There we go. That seems about level.
Yeah, I'm even wondering how I can level the bench because now I finally kind of.
Yes, I guess.
Yeah,
But,
that's true. I might just do that.
or you could just onion twist that giant ledge back.
Like I've been wanting to do this, like
Just for
this
fun?
layer. I don't want to go that far, honestly, because I'm just gonna have to reach so far to get it.
Yeah, I mean, you could just sit on
And
that,
Timber
though.
Squinch says we need some Ilia and some squamosals.
Because like
You know,
this
let's get
could
some
be the
squamosals.
bone layer,
would
but
be
it's all wet when I try to dig it. It's just all crappy.
Crappy bone.
Yeah, maybe I can like work through here.
Can.
Rib is costilla. Gracias, Claire Burr. Okay. Las costillas.
Oh, I didn't
Are the
realize
ribs.
they were asking me ribs. I knew that. I knew that.
And Reginald Rigby says, hey, any Hawaii digs coming up? Why is this always in the desert?
Man, I wish. Take me back to the motherland.
Yeah. Hawaii is a volcanic island chain, so not a whole lot of fossils. I have heard that there are some marine fish fossils from Hawaii, but they're really rare for the most part. I read that somewhere, and I need to like look into it. But yeah, Hawaii's volcanic strata. The Hawaiian island chain formed long after the extinction of the dinosaurs, except for birds. I think Hawaii is only, what, like 6 million years old or something like that? Or maybe younger?
I thought it was a little bit older than that, but not by
Really?
much.
And maybe it's 13? Somebody can look it up. Correct me in the chat, please.
Somewhere in that range.
Let's do some, well, actually, Hawaii is exactly 13.6 million years old. Let's get some of those well actually emotes going, too.
Well, actually.
There we go, thank you. Yeah. I showed you this, Ethan? My well actually emote?
Whoa.
It's
I'm gonna
stupid.
get that tattooed.
People like it, though.
That is sweet. Well, actually detected.
Engage.
Bye.
People who go,
That
well, the correct thing is actually...
It's the worst when you're like 90% there.
Yeah.
You know?
Or when somebody corrects you and their correction is incorrect.
Oh.
Yeah. We were just talking about this last night, I think, me and Laura, about turtles and tortoises.
Yes, we were.
Yeah. Or like, I've had English people try to correct me about like, that's not a turtle, it's a tortoise. It's like, no.
You have no idea.
Tortoises are a family of turtles.
Unsolicited phylogenetic lesson engaged.
Like when you could well actually somebody back, that's when you can get heated.
Well, actually.
No, actually.
In reality, yeah. And apparently the oldest of the Hawaiian Islands, Kauai, is about 5 million years old. Okay.
5?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oopsies, I was very wrong.
Huh.
She's brand new.
And Undead Kara says, I always thought it was tortoise on land, turtle in water. Incorrect. Yeah, but apparently everybody thinks this in the UK and other people I've met from Commonwealth countries. Yeah. It's yeah, they're all turtles, you know? They're all part of Testudines. That's the evolutionary group. And tortoises, Nick, are they a particular family? Is that Testudinidae?
Testudinidae,
yeah. Yeah.
Ethan, can I get a ice real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Quiver says, so if a pond slider is crossing the road, it's a tortoise?
She got it. That's right. Once they go back into the water, they're turtles again.
It's a magma.
Slider is a sandwich in the US, right?
Same stuff.
What's that?
A slider is a sandwich in the US,
Yeah.
right?
Or a kind of turtle.
Nice.
Yeah, like a red-eared slider. They're the ones with the red streaks going past their heads, and they're like invasive all over the place.
Yeah.
Because they're like common as pets.
Yes. My
yeah.
supervisor
Yeah.
wasn't allowed to bring his pets to the UK because of that.
Yeah, I believe it, yeah.
Good call on the UK.
But I think in the UK they would call that a terrapin if it can go in the water and traverse the land as well. Yeah. But here in the US a terrapin is like I think it's a particular genus, like the diamondback terrapin.
No, it's just Maryland.
Is it just Maryland? Let me look it up.
It's definitely a common name, but they're like brackish water.
Diamondback terrapin. I know fishers work with these guys. Malaclemes is the genus.
What makes a sandwich a slider?
It's like a Hawaiian bun with like
It's small.
Yeah.
with like small portions of meat and cheese on it.
Okay. I mean, I've had one, but I wasn't sure what was distinct about it.
They're usually on like a really small pieces.
So terrapins are mostly family Emididae, but other genera also get called terrapins who are not related to each other. So terrapin is like a term that's not really, I don't know.
It's a common name.
It's a common name, yeah. Oh, is this Uncle Don?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's him. That's him.
All right, Don's back.
Don's back.
Nice.
Oh goodness, I'm about to start whining.
I'm so hungry. When's
Pretty
that second
hungry,
one?
too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could eat some. Peanuts right now, but I feel I'm like
Iguanodonts and mimosas.
it's not gonna do the trick.
I don't know if I get that joke, Dragon. Sorry. It'd be nice to have some mimosas
You
here.
have enough water left.
Or some samosas.
Dig until you want to not dig anymore.
Or, well, I prefer some squamosals. Yeah.
I prefer just like bigger than the scraps.
If we find a squamosal, we should make
You could find
mimosas.
something like bigger than
With some champagne and some orange juice. Yeah. Squamosas.
Yeah, I would take a rib. I'd take any bone.
You really do got a couple of great
Smaller than my.
Somewhat. So, yeah.
Back in the day,
$1 billion hatched in this quarry.
I didn't collect any last year, but I want to grab some. So it might be like
Right.
before we used Don's term for topology. Degree.
I know that.
Yeah, and I got this like.
Oh, I know that well. We're out in the sun on We're out in the sun in the almond.
Can you stop
No typologies are established. It's brutal.
Topology professors.
It's like conifer stuff can't really be.
Is that what Don's gonna do after he retires?
Other stuff you can.
When Don retires, we're all gonna die of heat exhaustion because no one knows how to make it like he
For
does.
my own Judas.
Ethan's wearing a tarpology hat.
Like, I think it'd be
Yeah.
cool just to, like,
No,
do
Ethan's
a
at
magic-
tarpology training.
Yeah.
Me too. I've got one of those hats, but I've never really worn it.
I got my TARP GED.
I'm terrified to wear mine.
So the problem is the knot.
I don't want to get it dirty.
I don't
I want to hear someone say
Mine's
they're
in a
confident
case
with
at
the
home.
knots.
I'm not at all.
I am.
I just refuse to wear it. I can't
yeah.
do it.
I have
See-
been learning them.
Okay, good. Good, because I know that
Learn
that's
the
the
knots.
real thing.
It was really,
behind
it was hard for me. I just had to do it like 100 times.
Okay.
100 times, and I finally got
If I
it.
went to the theater to do it again, if I was still good.
Yeah, and that's why I filmed it, because I was like, I'm not going to remember to film this.
Well, so I looked up YouTube videos on how to do the trucker's hitch, and there's like 5 different ways to do it, but I found one that works for me, and it's kind of a hybrid of the others.
That you know it, because I'm like, that's the real hard part behind carpology.
It really is.
I mean, we like all ones. Like there's
You gotta tighten it.
You really want.
there's other ways that you.
We want these.
I've worked on other crews where they figure out how to do this kind of thing. This is ideal.
Bungees with bungees?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you remember the thing we saw last year?
A word.
The PVC.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh
I
boy.
do.
It looked like something out of Mad Max. Out of like Fury Road. What the heck?
In fact, it has to be cut down when the
That was really funny.
Was really funny.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It looked like a Spy Kids set.
We want those knots. Know your knots?
I'm not a Boy Scout, but I don't know my knots. So no.
Oh, there's
Double
chemo
negative.
was a Boy Scout. I gotta
Wasn't Alfred Molina in that?
What part of me makes
He was he's in Raiders of the
I
Lost
just
Ark. He
remember
was
that
I
talking
think
to
Dr.
someone about
Octopus
Boy
in the
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire
And it was chemo.
Spider-Man movie. It's funny, like growing up, anytime we'd see him on screen, my dad would be like, "Hey, mijo, you know he's Puerto Rican, right?" And he was like, "You do this all the time." And it's like, I looked it up, and he's not. But it was like, you know,
It's like, you can do anything. He could be a Spy Kids.
exactly.
holes in it.
See that? It's amazing. Not anyone can be in Spy Kids. I tried really hard. That's also
That's true. Yeah.
Try as you might.
Or smoke.
If you don't want some of those peanuts, I got you.
Yeah, I'll share them anyway.
I'm just looking at
They're a growing boy.
I need my salt.
Should have a salt lick here in the quarry. You know?
Yeah, we should just.
Just lick the rock.
Yeah. I mean, what about one of those really big, you know, like the water bottle you put in a hamster cage? Just have one of these.
Yeah,
I just like I had a visual of like some gross salt like that's all sticky out here.
Hook me up.
Hook me up, brother.
We got Uncle Jeff, huh?
Yeah. No idea he was coming here.
That's what we need, more people.
Uncle Don is back.
Oh, come on. I mean, you can't eat this one not. You can't not eat this one.
No.
Did you think I was gonna show?
No, man, I'll break those ones.
Well, it's just this weekend. Well, we are.
You're so fast.
We got 2 people leaving. We have 1 person
I might try one the way you do.
2 days
I
ago.
think I try if I'm gonna break them.
And then
They're warm too. It's pretty good.
who's coming in just to like check it out with the students. That's 25.
This guy want one of those
And then
small ones.
Fisher and Jim too.
Yeah.
No, I'm
And
not
then
gonna go.
Fisher and Jim too.
Fisher and Jim, Ed.
Kai gets here tonight, I think.
Five
Yeah.
from that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Kai
no,
Sinat's
he said
coming in.
tonight.
Start a rumor.
That was quick.
And then we've got,
You saw the stream inside.
Let's go. RFK gets around
But did you say you're leaving tomorrow?
I'm not going to do the voice on stream.
Okay.
That really is a mile.
How was town, Don? Did you get the mining claim filed?
yeah, you know, there wasn't much time for much of anything.
Yeah.
Got in there, met Amy, went to the title company.
Uh-huh.
Luckily, it was right next to City Market.
Nice.
And then I went, they had no Gatorade there.
No Gatorade.
Not even $9 bottle.
No.
Wow.
Or powder, but Jim's gonna look for some.
Okay.
He did get a vehicle, so he has to come tomorrow.
Nice.
And then, yeah, no time to put it laundry or anything. We
Oh.
just went there, went by the hardware store. They didn't have any little spikes, so.
Oh, wow.
I did get a new strike. $4 or $5.
Don didn't even bring us ice cream. Like, what the heck?
Before you sit down.
Then we came back.
Oh, well.
Before you sit down,
You know,
don't get mad at me and go, I just sat down.
Ate your
Yeah,
peanut
I'm
pulp.
standing up all day.
Wouldn't be that problem. Going.
You don't need to worry about peanut butter.
No, that's too ugly.
Come on.
Well, it's
Maybe
not.
just
So much salt.
it's pretty salty, huh?
There you go, Lenina.
Hey, can I have one of your dog treats?
You know, people are so good in it.
I do want the fiber one.
Yeah, if you give me one.
Will that not?
Lenina says, one of these days I'm
It
going
wasn't
to come into some money and then drive a Kona
Well, I
ice truck
survived.
out there
It wasn't
to
bad though.
It wasn't bad.
Is that like shaved ice or something? Or like Hawaiian ice? Yeah?
Is it understandable?
Nice.
A little bit.
That would be lovely,
No, I eat
Lenina.
shrimp with the tail on.
Yeah.
I used to not, but then my boss told me it was okay, and I did.
Like the hard part?
Snow cones, oh yeah.
Whatever.
Actually, I need to go get some water for you.
I don't not eat lot.
No, these are open.
Like if
No,
it's
they're zip closed.
if it's easy to take off, I'll just like take it off.
Smell the dog.
That's not like
That's why when you're like, oh, I smell jerky. This is the jerky. No, it's not. You're so full of it.
Which one do you want? You want this or the?
I want the dog treat.
Okay.
Because
Let's go get some water.
just for solidarity for my treats.
I usually like just find D to blue, but on this I had to do that.
Do a quick little station break too. If anybody's just tuning in, welcome to Paleontologizing. Welcome to a live dinosaur dig out here in eastern Utah with the Utah Geological Survey. We're digging down into the quarry, hoping to get down to where there are more bones. We expect there to be a ton, but so far things have been a little sparse. But we've got at least one brand new species of dinosaur, probably several, that we're excavating here. And let me know if you got any questions. Hydration
I
time.
figured you'd want it though.
What smells like dog food? And welcome, Bearded CB. Hey, good to have you here. What's shaking?
Oh no, I'm not.
Whoop. Nope, not trying to. Hang on, this goes through here. Sorry, chat. Try not to get the cables tangled. Ah, better. There we are. Apologize about the turbulence. There we go.
It was the fact that he was like, yeah, I like it. No one fed it. Exactly. That I don't want to see like. Let's do it. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah. It smells like dog food.
I'm not gonna say it when Danny's around.
You just do it slow.
Put this over here.
There you go. We can't have chat follow.
Oh, it's happened before many times.
Really?
Oh yeah. It happens. I've scratched at that lens more times than I would care to admit. I had to get a new camera. But luckily those are pretty inexpensive.
No.
I think it's happened twice. I've had to get a new camera.
Not bad.
Get out of here.
No, the jerky.
I would say. I was going to eat the whole.
I never want to eat the shell, but I don't want to see you do it.
I ate one too.
Dude, I feel like I'm eating I'm just crushing it. Shells out. Awesome.
That's all.
I want to feel like an egg.
Like a crab macaque, just cracking open those crabs.
Yeah. I feel like a peaceful
Crab eating
orangutan, like laying down and cracking open the peanuts.
Have you seen the video of the orangutan driving the golf cart?
Yes. I have actually.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just chilling by the quarry. I'm like using tools. I'm cracking open nuts.
Yeah.
You didn't use the ice pressure crap in now. You used the hammer.
That's too complicated a life for me. Keeping it simple. I'm just using my bare-handed stray, breaking open food.
Timmer Squanch says, if you find squamosals, does that mean you can inquire about more dig time from the BLM? It's not really about that. Like, it's not like we have a limited window that we can be out here legally.
It's my duty.
It's that we don't have the budget or the personnel to be out here longer than 3 weeks. So we get 3 weeks every summer. That's the amount of money we have for fuel and for everything else. And that's when we have volunteers out here.
This old man on the street. He's a peanut.
So, yeah, we just have to come back.
I feel like such an ape right now.
Well, hopefully we'll come back next year. Hopefully we'll have the budget for that. Every year it's always kind of like, well, will we be back next year? Hope so.
That'd be nice.
Very well.
That's what we can do. Eat it.
You said thank you very much.
Eat it.
Eat it. I think I'm gonna get an 8 tattoos.
Those are the 2 things we do.
I haven't finished it yet.
It's gonna be a freaking... It's gonna be a Gigantopithecus.
I'm sorry, I said that too. But I wasn't eating it.
Yeah, but you didn't eat it. It's okay.
It does smell like dog food, yeah.
It's because dogs are eating good.
We just got over this. I just buried this hatchet.
I love dogs.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm exhuming the hatchet. I'm mapping the hatchet into the grid. We're jacketing the hatchet. We're collecting the hatchet.
I'm gonna start buying jerky that smells exclusively like dog food.
Dude, it's just dog food for big dogs.
And just hire people to be like, this is delicious. Dude, what's wrong with you?
I'm gonna start buying dog food, putting it in jerky containers.
That would be a good one. People would love that one. Nah, I'll show you. I don't know if the person who I'll ask for this tattattoo could even do it if I ask them.
They were cool.
And 3 weeks every summer, yeah.
They weren't warm, they were like nice and chilled.
But just tell me whether or not you think this would be a sick tattoo.
Ethan, how many years is it out here that you've been working in
Honestly,
Dolly's
all
Bowl?
the tattoos I want to get are just like total like people repellents. Okay for me.
That'd be the 10th time?
Yeah,
10th? Wow. Shoot.
Yeah.
But
This one is like low key.
Like, do you know about what year, how old you were the first time you came out?
Probably 2014.
2014?
Or 2015.
Shoot. Yeah.
Which means I would have been like 14 or something.
Dang, dude. You grew up here.
This is my dad right here. My mom.
The colonizer helmet's your mom?
This thing raised me. This thing
But that's actually one of the plates by the excavator.
I do say good job.
That's wild, yeah. This is year 5 for me out here. For Ethan, was this almost every summer?
Yeah, I guess the first year would have been 2015.
2015.
He's a crazy ape.
Did you miss 2020 because of COVID?
Yeah, I missed
out some other pictures of him.
He is sick. Yeah.
He's a badass ape. Yeah, I gotta
Shoot. Yeah.
Which means maybe it's the 8th year. I'm not really sure.
Well, whatever
Many
it is,
moons.
it's impressive, yeah.
Many moons.
Scrolling through my phone, seeing all my memories that are awesome. That's okay. Scroll on Instagram.
Is that jerry can still like kind of full?
Last I checked, it had some water in it.
Okay.
But I don't know how full it is.
All right.
We'll probably have to bring a new one in
Yeah, we should
tomorrow.
assess today and then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do a water inventory.
Yeah, but because I ran out 20 minutes ago, so.
Oh yeah, you should refill. Like, never worry about how much water's left. Always refill.
Yeah. We can always come back to camp
If
and
it
get
is out, we can just pick up a new one because people need that water, you know.
Yeah.
Like we never need to worry about conserving drinking water ever.
No. Drink as much as you want.
Yeah, let's hope not.
As much as your body needs, and if we need to get more for plaster jackets or whatever, we can always do that.
True. Yeah.
But hydration is priority. Yeah.
All right. Mapping continues.
Timmer Squanch isn't the Danny is the water guy.
Water boy.
There's just that yeah, there's a dumb line from The Simpsons where Homer is watching the Three Stooges. He's laughing and he goes, "Moe is their leader." It's like just a random throwaway line. But the way that he says it is really funny.
Where is that going?
And I read it in that same voice there. Timber Squanch.
Really catch on.
Danny is the water guy. I do drink water, it's true.
And he is our guy.
Danny, you're done with your screen? Or are you working?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm doing both.
Working.
I'm getting two birds stoned at once. We don't kill birds around here.
Does that kill birds?
We just give them drugs.
If they ask nicely, you know?
Well, they pay a premium.
I'm gonna say we find birds that are already dead.
That's true.
Big dead bird.
And they're ancient allies.
4 big birds.
Oh, Timber Squinch, you very good listener. Shoot, here I am making jokes and you're like doing callbacks. I did fill up all the water jugs and tie down the barrel in the truck yesterday. Can you remember why? We play the Jeopardy theme here. Who remembers why I tied down that empty water barrel in the back of the truck? There was a whole story. You remember, Don?
Uh-huh.
What was it?
So it wouldn't fly out and hit a school bus filled with school children and careen into a nuclear plant?
Yeah!
Nice work. Okay,
that's crazy. You remember that?
That was it.
My brain don't hold nothing.
I don't know if you heard that chat, but Don was right.
People have made T-shirts of things that I said, and they give me the shirt, and they're like, "You like it?" And I'm like, "I don't know what this is." I don't know how. It's amazing, you guys.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That was a continual refrain a few weeks ago when I was up in the Judith with Denver Fowler. I'm like, oh yeah, one time Denver said this and did that, and Denver's like, I have no memory of
He's
this.
like, who are you talking about? Which Denver?
It's like, how do you remember these things?
Some guy said something.
Yeah.
Like Ethan, that guy's got.
Who lived in an octopus?
That guy's got the juice.
That guy's got the juice.
Yeah, that's cool.
That kid's got some juice.
Sounds cool. Sounds interesting.
Charlie's Dragon says, did you use the trucker switch to tie down the water barrel? I used part of the trucker switch. I used a slippery half hitch, but I mostly used ratchet straps, which have like a ratcheting mechanism built
And
in.
I came back and I just jumped in
But
the
yeah,
and I drove like 3 miles. And I stopped the car.
Polar bear,
And to get out, and then I'm just like,
very cool.
holy crap. I had my bike with me, so I could ride the bike slowly, like 3 miles to try.
and Crimson Carnotaurus.
Is that for like little kids?
I know I've heard that on Trailer Park Boys, but that was after I came up with that phrase.
When I like a few years ago when I was
I feel like a few different people have come up with that.
Okay, the kids shows that I grew up with were Barney,
Burrito,
Teletubbies, Sesame Street. So like a lot of things like puppets.
Yeah. I think Octonauts is my jam. Octonauts and my Dinosaur Train.
The Wiggles.
Oh, Dinosaur Train with Dr. Scott, the paleontologist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's way after my time, but yeah.
We're talking about Octonauts.
I was only introduced to that a few years ago.
That's crazy.
Because my students would watch that.
It's amazing.
And there was a coelacanth episode, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Coelacanth mentioned.
Coelacanth?
Oh. it's like a.
Don't let Danny hear.
It's this ancient fish.
Do you know the story of the coelacanth? It's so cool.
Fish actually.
I
don't know anything.
He doesn't know.
So there's these fossil fishes called coelacanths, and they're really cool looking. They have these really weird, interesting tails and fins.
They're like an early member of the lobe-finned fishes,
Yeah.
which vertebrates are.
I know
well, not
those
vertebrates,
Tetrapods.
but yeah, tetrapods are eventually derived from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they're close to the ancestry of the reptiles and amphibians and mammals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I just don't
like
think
this
they got labeled.
classic fossil fish,
Yeah.
and then they disappear from the fossil record at the same time as the non-bird dinosaurs at the end of the Cretaceous. And everyone's like, oh yeah, cool fossil fish. 1938, somebody caught a live one
Oh.
off the coast of South Africa.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like this fish that everybody knew as a fossil fish. There's living ones around.
That's
They're
crazy.
still alive.
Yeah. And so it's this really cool story. I do a special stream about this every year on Fishmas, because it was on December 22nd or 23rd that this museum curator in South Africa found one on the deck of a fishing trawler in East London, South Africa.
crazy.
And it was this whole saga. It was like, headline news all over the world. And like everybody was trying to find a second specimen. It took like 10 or 14 years to find a second one. I could talk about this all day. It's a really, really cool story. There's a population kind of between Africa and Madagascar today.
Yeah.
And there's a second, another species in Indonesia, in that island chain.
Cool.
And they're incredibly weird, cool fish.
They
and
look
there was
really
a really good Attenborough documentary that just came out about them last September. The coelacanth,
Spelled like
C-O-E.
C-O-E-L.
Like coelophysis. Yeah.
Oh,
sorry. You're on it.
Oh, yeah, so they're like they're kind of like a poster child for cryptozoology right now too.
Yeah.
Because they kind of prove
Octonauts wiki.
Still an octonaut.
Yeah, I gotta look at the
yeah.
That is sick.
It is cool.
I can't believe my eyes.
I cannot believe it. That's what he says. I'm glad that Octonauts introduced the kids to coelacanths.
Yeah.
Oh, Zaboomafoo, I'd see that as a kid.
Yo, my brother used to watch that. Yeah.
Zaboomafoo was
the lemur.
Yeah,
that was really good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be in that crazy building.
I wanted to meet Zaboomafoo
with those animal guys.
Yeah.
The Crab Brothers.
Oh yeah, the Crab Brothers.
Can't forget about the Crab Brothers. Okay, no, that was my jam.
Okay, so they
back like 2 years ago. Now I was 8 years old. That was Laura called me 11 like an hour ago, so we're kind of going off of that.
Zaboomafoo was a puppet too. So yeah, now I'm realizing a bunch of.
Wait, what?
I thought it was like an actual monkey.
He's a lemur, but he's also a puppet.
What?
Puppet.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's real.
he's real.
He's my friend. He would talk to me from the TV.
Like sometimes they'll use a monkey, he's like running around and stuff, but then other times like when Zaboomafoo's like talking to the camera, he's like a puppet. It's like a puppet.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, dude, that's so much of my childhood. I realized I'm like those were all puppets. Yeah.
Just confusing kids being like, lemurs can talk?
I want to talk. You know?
They go to Madagascar and they're like, "Hey, lemur, what's going on?" Man, they're so rude. They never talk to me.
Real life is way more boring than I was lied to believe.
Oh, apparently the Krat brothers is still around. They're the wild Krats now.
Yeah.
My kids love it, says Homeo7. Okay.
Yeah, it was
Homeostasis
Chris's birthday
7.
not that long ago.
Whoa! I remember that, yeah. Oh, damn, you guys know that. Dang, I didn't know that. I love the wild Krats.
Wild Krats.
Oh, that's how the song goes?
Yeah, that's their intro. That's their theme song. It's probably copyrighted, so we can't play it.
Watch the VOD get copyright struck because you sang the song.
So much fake rock. 5. I'm getting tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of this, bro.
This is not normally how we dig. People are like, "Why is Ethan using the hammer like that?" He's been doing this all because this is all fill right here. So like, this is just
sand.
It's not. Yeah. It's like sandy mud crud.
No bone.
That's just filled in over the past decade.
Filled in.
Bowl? Oh, DB?
You get it like
DB?
Filled in.
I don't know.
I get that reference.
Yeah, can I have some of those?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty hungry. Fluted shank. Tempered hardened steel.
What flavor?
Iron.
Here's a iron.
Well, yeah, they are fluted like Spinosaur teeth.
Silica.
Those longitudinal ridges.
Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Moment.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna remember that for when I see a Spinosaurus out in Africa. Whenever I take a trip to Africa, I'm gonna remember that.
Once I had a dream. I woke up in Africa and Zaboomafoo led me to see some Spinosaurus teeth, and they were all fluted.
That sounds like the dream.
They were all serrated. It was crazy.
Then they were all serrated too. Fluted and serrated.
Was it Spinosaurus Mirabilis or Spinosaurus Egypticus?
Egypticus.
Was there only one kind of Spinosaurus species before that?
Yep.
Oh, there was Maricanus as well.
But
from
that-
Morocco,
yeah,
but it,
there's
probably
no-
not
yeah.
like actually Spinosaurus. Like, yeah.
Well, that one probably is Spinosaurus, isn't it? It's just not really distinguishable. Like,
Maricanus?
That one's a rock.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
I'm tired of this.
I don't think we have good
Spinosaurus.
strat on them.
I'm tired of this.
No, we got there's nothing has strat there. It's just a big
Yeah.
of sand. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Sand soup.
You know, names change, but
Friends stay the same.
yeah, and fossils are forever. Unless you bust through them with a hammer.
Spinosaurus is a great example of a fossil.
Or hit them with a bomb in World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Spinosaurus fossils are not forever.
Just throw it on his face.
But they're in our hearts.
If you find a big bone, just tell them when you find a gas with someone looks at it.
Good idea.
Yeah, like
And I can take it home and have a casual.
when I find a theropod maxilla this week, I'm gonna just tell them
This week.
Dude, when I find a complete stegosaur skull in here,
Yeah.
and push forward the stegosaur survival in North America by 10 million years or whatever.
Dude, I think
Actually, it would
it's
be like
possible.
3 million years or whatever.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find the
10
first
million,
ever
3
snake
million.
right here.
There you go, yeah, nice.
And
Dude,
it's
there's a
gonna be
Yanchuanosaurus in my
the
tent.
number one.
Was that Nick?
I believe in you.
And so, you hand me that
We
broom.
could be very big, like #1 vibes.
Broom.
Hey, I mean, we should really be like. 40
Thank you, Mayor
years later
Space.
and some
Who says, you won't get copyright struck for the Wildcat song. He sang it all wrong.
That's enough.
Just still
And holy cow, we're getting a giant raid from J. Marianne. 266 raiders.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to Paleontologizing, everybody. It's great to have you here. Let me go pick up the camera and walk you around a little bit.
Oh, Dan, don't leave.
I'll be back.
not leaving.
But here, let me get sun helmet so I don't perish under the sun's rays.
That is the best ever.
It's only 93 degrees Fahrenheit here in the shade. Let's see what it is in the sun. Welcome everybody to Paleontologizing. Welcome to Eastern Utah. Welcome to the earliest Cretaceous Cedar Mountain Formation. Welcome to me trying to get this put onto here without shaking around the camera too much. Apologies for the turbulence. Welcome to a live dinosaur dig with the Utah Geological Survey. Near Moab, Utah, out in the middle of nowhere. It's good to see you. J. Marianne, how was your stream? Welcome to Paleontologizing. Yeah. And are we here in time to see a traumatized child being told how an extinct creature would attack them? Only if you really want to. The closest thing to a traumatized child we have in the quarry would be probably our youngest crew member who just turned 17. But, you know, he's a young man, and we're not going to traumatize him. Anyway, it's good to see everybody. Howdy. If it's your first time here, let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Danny Anduza. I'm a dinosaur paleontologist. So a paleontologist, if you're not familiar with the term, a paleontologist is a scientist who studies fossils. That's everything from fossil bacteria to fossil baleen whales. From fossil ferns to fossil frogs and everything in between. I happen to study dinosaurs in particular. That's my research purview so far. Most of the critters I've excavated have been dinosaurs. The scientific papers I've published have been on dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are kind of my jam. But I want you to know right from the beginning that paleontology isn't just dinosaurs, it's the entire history of life as told through the fossil record. Everything from trilobites to pterosaurs to what's something else that starts with T that's more modern? Toucans? I wonder if we have fossil toucans. If we do, then that is the purview of the paleontologist, fossil scientist. I'm here with the Utah Geological Survey under the Department of Natural Resources, and we're digging here on public federal land, which belongs to we the people of the United States, not to any private landowner, not to any corporation or anything. This land belongs to you and me, as was it Woody Guthrie once sang? Anywho, all of these fossils that we're excavating are going to be housed permanently at the Natural History Museum of Utah in Salt Lake City. That will be their forever home. These fossils belong in the public domain. They belong to science. They belong to the world at large. Again, not to any one person. So don't ask me about buying or selling or auctioning off these fossils. These are a public good. They're scientific specimens. They belong to everybody, not any one person. Yeah, and Woody, yeah, that is correct. Excellent. Yeah, Taco Apocalypse, howdy, howdy. Let me see, I've not been attentive enough, if J. Marianne has said anything. But thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Yeah. And I will go get some water. But hello, Harold, Tech Tink, Ghost Freak, Carpe Demon. Howdy, howdy, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. Mogra says I'm here for Dr. Grant. He's not here right now, but we do have, let's see, our boss man in the quarry right now is Don DeBlue, Assistant State Paleontologist for the state of Utah. There in the red shirt. Or red? What would you describe that color as?
Salmon.
Salmon?
Was red.
Salmon.
Salmon. Was red.
Raspberry.
Was red.
So, actually, we can add this to our running series, Don's running shirt of the day.
We got actually the Echo Triathlon.
Nice. 2014.
It's finally old enough that I can bring it out to the kids.
I haven't seen that one before, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
so this was the first year I did it. I just did it less than 2 weeks ago. I did Echo again.
Oh, nice. Okay.
7/14/26.
Nice. Yeah.
So that was my 6th time doing it. So, so I have a pretty good shirt collection from this one.
Nice. So yeah, Don here is not only an accomplished paleontologist, but an accomplished athlete as well. Running triathlon. Swimming triathlons? Even into his 40s. Holy cow.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, anyway, Don also discovered Diabloceratops. If you like that dinosaur, then be very impressed. If you don't know what that is, maybe look it up and be very impressed. But yeah, Don has been working here in this valley. This is called Doling's Bowl for better part of 20 years now. Whoop. Almost every summer. This is my 5th year out here. But Don and the Utah State paleontologist Jim Kirkland, who will be here tomorrow, hopefully, maybe on stream. Yeah, they first discovered that this valley was highly fossiliferous way back around 2006 or so. We'll have to get the story later. But anyway, really incredible fossil site. These dinosaurs that we're excavating here, we haven't found many bones yet, but hopefully in the next few days they'll really start popping up. These are from the very beginning of the Cretaceous period. So this is a really important time in Utah's dinosaur history, really in the dinosaur history of the world, because we're discovering just after a big extinction event occurred. So a bunch of dinosaur groups get wiped out in North America, and then they're replaced by other dinosaurs that seem to come in from Europe. I will show you a diagram here. There we are. Let's see. That'll do. Yeah, dinosaurs of Utah. Utah is one of the best places in the world to find dinosaur fossils. We're digging here in the Cedar Mountain Formation, which is about halfway through the age of dinosaurs. So you have dinosaurs like ankylosaurs, theropods, sauropods, ornithopods, and this is just after the latest Jurassic extinction, when we get dinosaurs like Allosaurus and Brachiosaurus and Diplodocus and Apatosaurus, aka Brontosaurus, and Stegosaurus. They all seem to die out at this time, and they're replaced by other dinosaurs who move into this landscape. And we're just starting to figure out, like,
what a sudden event that was. It used to be thought, well, there's all this missing time. Anything can happen in 10 million years, so we can't really talk about an extinction event. Nowadays, with the work that's been done here in this valley, we've pushed back that time and realized that there's a really sudden turnover event. Something big and dramatic happened, and it might have been an asteroid impact. When Jim Kirkland gets here, hopefully tomorrow, maybe Saturday, and we'll have him talk about that on stream a little bit. But anyway, I'm trying to give you some context for why this work is important and why we're doing this, why we keep coming back to this spot and excavating more fossils. But, yeah. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. Yeah. And let me show you a little model of the kind of dinosaur that we're excavating here. Well, here, first, this particular spot is called Jim's Place right here. I was working for about 3 weeks each summer for the past 4 years at Ethan's Wash over there. We've moved over here because bones, we kind of started to slow down in finding bones over there, so we moved back over here. But, yeah, this little part of this valley here was once an ancient swamp about 142 million years ago. And it would have looked a little something like this. Here we go. This is a painting, digital painting, of this little valley 142 million years ago. So this big long-necked dinosaur here is called Mierosaurus. That comes from a hole right over there. This is Yurgavuchia, a little velociraptor-type dinosaur, a dromaeosaurid. That comes from a hole right over there. And then we've got a dead ankylosaur here being chowed down on by some crocs. We've got ankylosaurs around here too. And there's some iguanodontians. That is the dinosaur from whom we will find the most bones this summer, if current trends continue. If the past is any indication, then that's the kind of dinosaur that we'll find all kinds of material from this year. And I'll give you a better look at what this critter would look like. Here we go. Here is a model of Iguanodon, really famous dinosaur. Only the second dinosaur to ever be formally named, from England. Iguanodon, right here. Yeah, really lovely critter. It's a beaky plant eater. Could walk on 4 legs, or if it wanted to, rear back on its hind legs and run on those. Or could rear up on its hind legs to browse from the tops of trees if it wanted to. Our dinosaur that we have here is a member of this family, the Iguanodontidae. So it would have looked very similar to this critter in a lot of ways, but different in other ways too. Because our animal is probably about 20 million years older in time. So this is an approximation of what this critter would look like. This is a member of the same family who's very well known. But our dinosaur that we're finding here, our iguanodontian dinosaur, hasn't been named yet. We might actually have multiple new species that we're excavating here. It's one of the reasons why we keep coming back to find more bones, is the more material we have, the more we can learn about these animals from previously named species, and all that good stuff. So, yeah. Anywho, yeah. And would there be any Lythronax in the area? No, Lythronax is from Utah. That's a tyrannosaur, but it's from much later in time. So let me go back to our diagram. Lythronax, I think, is from the earlier part of the late Cretaceous. Is it, what, like Cenomanian or something? And we're Berriasian here. These are names for different slices of the geological timescale. So, there we go. Morrison Formation. So this is Camarigian into the Tithonian. We're here in the Cedar Mountain Formation in the Berriasian, we think, the very first stage in the early Cretaceous. So we have critters like Gastonia, Yurgavuchia, Iguanocolossus, Falcarius, Mierosaurus. Age of rocks here. Lythronax is from much later in time, so we've got to go up to let's see, Lythronax is there, the Waweep Formation in the Campanian. So Lythronax is from near the end of the Cretaceous period, near the end of the Age of Dinosaurs. It's an early Tyrannosaur. So that critter is about what, like, let's say 78 million years old. Our dinosaurs were digging up here 2 million years old. So there's like a 70 million year difference there, give or take, between Lythronax and our dinosaurs. Our dinosaurs here are much, much older. So yeah, but I'm glad you brought up Lythronax. It's a cool dinosaur. You can go see a neat display on it at the museum in Salt Lake City. And to repeat, that museum is where our fossils here are going to go. That will be their forever home. What we call our repository. So that's the place, the museum that has agreed to take on all of these fossils and keep them for centuries into the future, you know? These are important scientific specimens. They need to have like a stable place to be where they'll be under climate control and they'll be looked after for as long as society stands. So, yeah, hope that makes sense. Anyhow, let me put the camera down and get back to work over here. But if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. That's what these streams are all about. Yeah. And from Offending Commit, learning about the extinction event and the cause of something as impactful as that. What do we hope to gain as the end result? I understand that we can learn the stages about the evolutionary change over time. What are the scientific goals for learning about extinction events? Well, that's the funny thing about paleontology and learning about extinction events. It gives us context for understanding what's happening in the world today. Like, what is normal? Is there like a background extinction rate? This can help us make, you know, make better species today. If we had this history that like, yeah, things are just going extinct all the time and it doesn't really matter, and, you know, climate is always changing, just going haywire all the time and things are fine, then that would be one thing. But by studying the history of life on Earth, we can understand that sometimes there are periods of longer stasis where you don't have big extinction events happening. It gives us context where, like, we can look at how quickly the climate is changing today due to man-made causes, due to us putting all this greenhouse gas up into the atmosphere. We know that this isn't normal. By studying the fossil record and studying the rise and fall of different species, studying how climates change, we have context to understand that what's happening right now is not normal, you know? We are currently warming the planet faster than at almost any stage in the history of life on Earth. Like, climate change is happening pretty dramatically right now, and it's happening like an order of magnitude faster than it's ever really happened on our planet. So that's part of it. But also, if we can understand groups of creatures have been around and, you know, when they first arise and when they go extinct, it's important context to understand how extinctions occur and maybe how to avoid them. If we want to avoid extinction for ourselves as human beings, it pays to understand what has caused extinctions in the past. You know, so like, if we look at the big 5 mass extinction events, when we've lost like more than half of species on Earth at various points in the history of life on Earth. If we find out what caused those extinction events, then maybe we can help avoid those causes in the future. We can keep ourselves alive as a species, and the other creatures on our planet too. So yeah, I think the important thing that we're gaining from paleontology is context, you know? There's an old saying, it's kind of corny, but I think it's true, that like, well, you don't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been. Paleontology gives us that sense of where we've been, what's happened on our planet before us. so we can tell what's normal and what's not. And maybe let's not repeat some of the mistakes, not mistakes of the past, because that implies some kind of cause or some kind of premeditation or something. We can avoid the catastrophes of the past if we can understand them, you know? If we understand the catastrophes of the past, we can avoid them for the future. That's the way to put it. Sorry, this is a live broadcast. I'm doing all these things off the cuff. And it's very hot out here. And you bet, Effendi Commit, yeah. I'll say one more thing, too. If we're talking about why paleontology is useful, this is something we were talking about in the quarry before I started streaming today. Just me and the other members of our crew. I think paleontology is one of those very publicly visible sciences. People in the general public love dinosaurs and other fossil critters too. You know, mammoths and smilodon and plesiosaurs and dimetrodon and critters like that. People are fascinated by these fossil animals. And the work that we're doing here, uncovering new species of dinosaur, is exciting too. I think paleontology has a lot of utility in being like a gateway into the sciences for people. There's a lot of folks who, when they're really young, they're really interested in dinosaurs, maybe even obsessed with dinosaurs. And when you're a little kid and you become really interested in dinosaurs, maybe you don't even realize it, but you're learning about science and how science works. Names, you're learning about the different periods that dinosaurs lived in. That tells you about Earth and about geological time. You're learning about evolution and biogeography, how creatures change over time and how they move around throughout the planet, why different organisms live where they live. You're learning all these different things, and I think it gives people an appreciation for science without them even realizing that they're gaining that, you know? There are so many people who have come up to me when I and they go, I was really, really interested in dinosaurs as a kid. And that's kind of how I fell in love with learning. And nowadays, you know, I didn't stick with dinosaurs, but I became a medical doctor, or an engineer, or a historian, or a librarian. I became an inventor. I became a philosopher. Like, so many different people first fall in love with learning because of dinosaurs. And other fossil critters, too. So I like to think that we're kind of contributing to that here. We're, in a small way, helping drive humanity forward, you know, helping inspire the learners and the creative thinkers of the future through the work that we're doing here right now, you know? Maybe that's a little lofty, but I think it's true, in a small way at least. So yeah. Anyhow. And yeah, this is just slightly too early for Eoraptor. Exactly, Chili. Your name is really hard to see on the screen because it's yellow against the white background. But yeah. Speaking of Utahraptor, Jim Kirkland, who's going to be joining us tomorrow, he discovered Utahraptor and named it. He is like Mr. Utahraptor. It's one of his babies. So he'll be out here tomorrow if you want to tune in. Yeah. And Oddbjorg says, when my daughter is old enough, this channel will be one of the places she's allowed to spend screen time. I appreciate that, Oddbjorg. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. But yeah, Chili, we are just before Utahraptor here. Let me show you on that diagram again. Let's see. There we go. So here is Utahraptor right here. This is in the upper yellow cat member. We are currently digging in the bottom of the lower yellow cat member. So just before Utahraptor. So if we find some big dromaeosaur material, some bones from a big quote-unquote raptor dinosaur, that could be the ancestor of Utahraptor. And you never know what we're going to find in a quarry like this. This is a big jumbled up bone bed with all kinds of different parts of different critters all mixed together. So there's a good chance that, yeah. that we'll find some loose material for some theropods, or some sauropods, or some ankylosaurs in here. But it's probably mostly going to be iguanodon, our big beaky plant eater. So yeah. Yeah, anyway. Oh, and more of those birds. We've got these mystery birds that have been showing up. I don't know what they are, and I want to figure it out. What I'm going to do is turn on Merlin, our bird identification app. Let's approach and see if it'll pick up their calls and identify them. They might be horned larks, or they might be something else. But sorry for the detour, but the birds are here now. I want to figure out what they are. Mystery birds. Listening for birds, we got nothing. Drat. Alright, well, that might let them go get their water. There's a little watering hole over there. That's actually our old quarry from, there's a big hole in the ground there. And as you can see with these nightly rainstorms that we've been getting, what was once just a big stupid hole in the ground looked pretty jagged. It's just being weathered away. It's going to look like part of the natural landscape before you know it. Yeah. Anyway, sorry birds. You may return to your hydration. Yeah. Ethan's bird bath. There you go. So yeah, that site is called Ethan's Wash, or alternatively Ethan's bathtub when it fills up with water. And that was my home for 3 weeks for the past 4 summers. But now we moved on to Jim's place over here. And again, you'll get to meet Jim tomorrow, provided he shows up early enough. If not tomorrow, then Saturday. But Jim is a hoot. You're going to love him if you haven't met Jim Kirkland on stream before. We even have a special emote for Jim. He's a living legend. And yeah, shoot. Can't wait to have him here. Yeah, the suspenders. We'll see what color suspenders he brings with him. Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah. Oh, are we starting to take things down? Is it pack up time already? Shoot. Well, we might wrap things up here. And that's cool, Claire. That is cool.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, yeah, I guess you're over.
We wrapping things up already?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, let's wrap up this stream too. Don't go away just yet. We're gonna see if we can raid into doing some science. But Jay Marianne, thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate that. Appreciate you bringing everybody over. To see more of this, tune in tomorrow, or the next day, or the next day. The next 2 weeks. I think our last stream day is either going to be August 5th or 6th. And then I head back to California, starting on the 7th. It's going to be a long drive, but, you know, it's worth it to come out here. And it's worth it to be home. Yeah. Anyhow. And they have whole iguanodons, right? It says high def HD. Yeah. So in Europe, that's where iguanodon is from. Iguanodon proper. And there are multiple complete skeletons of that critter from Belgium, from a coal mine there, at a place called Bernissar. That's where Iguanodon bernissartensis comes from. We don't have a complete skeleton from here yet, but we're getting enough bits and pieces that we're getting a pretty decent idea of what this animal might have looked like. And Dr. Carol in Jonesboro, Arkansas, she is working on describing this. So she's leading the charge, writing that scientific paper, and hopefully that comes out in the next few years. She presented on that at SVP, the Society of Vertebrate Paleontology meeting, this past November. And yeah, she's working on it. We're hoping to find a few really important skull bones this year that would really help her out in the description, so fingers crossed. Anyway, let's go find somebody to raid into real quick. Don't go away just yet. We're going to continue our science here. Here we are. Go to watch, following. Who else is live right now? Looks as though Nerdowino is on, doing some solar telescope stuff, space science. Awesome. Well, well, well. Let's see. Let's go right into Nerdowino. There we go. There we are. Excellent. Well, thank you everybody for being here. Again, I hope to see you tomorrow if you want to see more of this. And fingers crossed we'll have more bones to show off. But for now, thank you for being here. I know the internet is a big place. You could be just about anywhere right now, but you've been hanging out with me and the crew, digging up dinosaurs out in the Utah desert, and I'm grateful for your viewership, and I'm grateful for your financial support. Everybody who's contributed by subscribing or gifting subscriptions. Urgle, thank you again for those 20 gift subs. Everybody who's cheered with bits or donated on the Ko-Fi or the Patreon or wherever, I appreciate you more than you know. That's the only reason I can continue to do this, is because of your financial support. So thank you very, very much for making this possible. And thank you once again, as always, to our moderators who keep this a safe and welcoming community for everybody, regardless of their background or age or level of expertise or spelling ability or anything else. I appreciate you mods. Thank you for everything that you do, especially out here when I'm in the field. And thank you, the Chili 808, for the gift subs. Holy cow, do I appreciate that. Thank you kindly. Superb. Thank you for your support, Chili. That's very generous of you. We're going to go right into Nerdowino, who's a former NASA scientist and current astronomer, doing some space science there. So, oh, there we go. I guess the raid went through. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.